That was the record before us, and here we are, pre-recorded, because we did this a few weeks ago, because we're not here at the moment, are we? We're away in that. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
And Karl Pilkington. Well,
he's not actually with us. He'll be in some of the best of clips that will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, this is just us, isn't it?
This is just us. We did this, when did we do this, Rick? A couple of weeks back.
Hold on, what is it?
It's the 27th today.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Christmas. I loved Christmas.
I loved Christmas.
I had a great time. What did you get?
Loads of presents.
So did
and
I.
I'm glad they made it to number one.
I'm really glad.
Stroke, he, she.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the pop idols, Cliff Richard, Westlife, made it to number one.
Bo Selector. Yeah, just delete that. Okay, well, we're going to play some of the best of, some of the greatest moments of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ever heard on XFM 104.9. What about this? Do you remember this one?
Oh, which one is it?
All right, so here's the first bit.
XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Tell us about this monkey, Karl.
You're going to love this one, Steve, right? So last week we were talking about how, like, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood. He got airy, right?
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into it.
Right, so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened. He lived with the monkeys. He went airy.
That's what happened.
Looked into some other stuff about, like, airy kids and all that.
Yeah.
Came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo.
Oh, dear.
Right? So...
Trouble's brewing.
Loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people. You're just dealing with animals all the time, right? So anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes. It's dangerous.
What do you mean? What type was it?
Just let him tell the story.
Was it a chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp, yeah. Yeah, it was
you
a
don't
chimp.
even know, so
it was
that's
a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a chimp. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it?
So he gets pally with him?
Right, so he gets pally with him.
What, do they go on holiday together?
Well, no, I mean, it starts
On the pool together?
starts off just checking each other out and, probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, this goes on for a while. They're getting on well on that. And then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right? So he thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you. So he thinks he could live at home with me, because we're getting on the storm. Yeah. Right? So he takes him home, and before
is this the beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried, because he's already imitating him when they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like Single White Female. Single White Zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, so anyway... So he's moving in and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. He's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah, PG tips.
He finishes the day off with a
dear.
Finishes the day off with what?
He doesn't have to move a piano at one point, does he?
He finishes the day off with a little brandy?
Yeah.
He pours himself one. Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Karl, you're a maniac, mate.
No, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of, I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is hairless. Right? Apart from his head. Right, so he's got a nice...
So it's the opposite of the kid.
Well,
yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
That would happen.
Right.
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if he's shaved or if it's...
How did it say, then the hairless... What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you can see if I've gone wrong.
Keep going.
Anyway, so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the zoo.
This is such
So the zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying.
Well, he gets to a point when he says there's no point you coming in to the zoo because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there.
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
you're talking such...
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
I'm fascinated.
It's nearly over anyway, right?
It sounds extraordinary, Karl.
So he's walking upright, he's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand, only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer. And,
but what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
he didn't say.
He was built.
Yeah, he is well done.
So what about that?
Wait, what do you mean, what about it, Carl? It's obviously not true.
I don't understand how.
I love the fact he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And
What was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. I thought maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing, Carl? He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing Trivia Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, play a record.
Right.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you in?
Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Not done a lot. Maybe you should earn your money as you get to Mondays off for this 2 hours of nonsense.
What are you on about? I've done loads of stuff.
Yeah.
But same old.
Yeah.
Let's have something new, something fresh.
Well, I've been looking around, right, on the internet for stuff.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Yeah.
Your Bible, where you get all your information about the world and the universe and morality from.
And you know, like how I always say to you, I don't really read that much of it. I just read the headline.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
Anna Nova have sort of nicked that idea to grab you.
Nicked what idea?
Well, to sort of get to the meat straight away at the top. Do you know what I mean? The headline to the story and everything.
What?
Right, these are
But
stories.
the headlines already existed. That was why you thought that was a good
not
idea.
like this, though.
All right.
Headline. Well, these are all headlines, right? Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
You don't need...
Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling.
Yeah, that's the story. You don't need to read on. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Right,
could you read on anyway?
Can't be bothered.
Read on anyway.
Well, you have a look at that in a bit, right?
All right.
See if it's
So what
interesting.
This is frustrating radio if you're sitting at home.
No,
well,
but
it's not on. They've turned it off.
If you want to know more, you know where to go. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should do in the news. Get the news done in
Bong.
a minute.
There's a good story about Iraq.
Right.
Bong.
Right,
Look it up. Look it up on the internet. Anna Nova.
Give us another bong.
Bong.
Family sick of living on Butthole Road.
Oh, brilliant. Bong.
Man wears same shoes for 60 years.
Oh, bong.
This isn't that good. Some fella pulls a train with his teeth.
And in lighter news.
I love that. Triple Donald, this one is very good.
And the last one, man fails to break clothes pegs on face record. She's always good. Well, that's the one I did read on about.
I love that, all those. That's the one he went on about. Go on then.
Just
Why is that news? He fails to make a record. So did I today.
I know, yeah.
I failed the long jump record today.
Yeah. Didn't even take part.
No, I was rubbish.
But what are the rules on world records and that?
I don't know if there are rules. There are certain things you can't. I mean, it's the Guinness Book of Records, isn't it, really, that's the arbiter, isn't it?
Yeah, but is there anything, if you said you wanted to do it, would they say, well, you can't do that?
Yeah, they've stopped some gluttony records, obviously things that are in danger. It's anything that's illegal. Yeah, anything that's immoral.
Yeah, like that American serial killer that just got discovered.
Yeah.
Having killed 47 women. I don't think he can make that into the Guinness Book of Records.
No, because people would be trying to beat it, won't they?
But there was some other story about a fella eating watches and that. That can't be good for you. So why don't they say, look, don't do that, do something else?
He wanted to stay regular.
Do you know
What do you mean?
though? I just wondered.
What do you mean he was eating watches?
He just said he was eating watches. He ate about 3 in about a minute.
How would he time it?
Do you know what I mean, though? Something I watched the other night, that was just good. Again, you know, I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, well, you don't learn stuff from the telly. You know,
I'll tell you what, though.
You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens and there was a fat kid.
Forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland!
But what's the name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve.
What?
I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay. Oh, good. With some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9 to cheer up people. Go on, and what? Go on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What
Autism.
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated. And now we're going to touch on a really, I mean, my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carl, then. Tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name? It was
it's the attention span I like. Oh.
these people who they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And they sort of take in a lot of information. They get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of the cameraman was saying to him, so you know why EastEnders and that. And he said, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it, it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, all right, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything, which is great, but then the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
But if you can take
It's Rain Man.
No,
he has special autistic powers.
Oh God!
We must send for Rain Man.
I don't know what to do.
So
I don't know what to do.
So he would be a great contestant on Mastermind. Sort of autistic mastermind. He'd be
what I'm saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees, from what I know. And I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
But you watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh, that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying, it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about...
This is brilliant. This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. Well, at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke with
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart from Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean? There wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around. That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but it was ages ago, wasn't it, when we were sort of forming...
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, he might have done. What's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a cave.
Why is he scary? Because what if he had 8 eyes, I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability... we'll talk about it in a bit.
4.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant. It's the best of. You've been voting in all week, sending your emails, so here's the clips that you wanted.
So go on then, do a film review, quickly.
Right, well today on film review, we're doing classic films, and today we're looking at Elephant Man, John Merrick, one of his better pieces of work. It's a sad film. I've never really been able to watch it all the way through.
Sorry, John Merrick's better piece of work was him being the Elephant Man, played by John Hurt.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Sad film. When I was younger.
Tell us a bit about it. What is it about? Who's John Merrick?
It's about a fella who's got a funny head.
Right, tell us this.
And, he lives in, I think he lives in London, in like about the 1930s or something like that. And he's being picked on all the time and stuff. And first time you watch it, you'll probably cry a bit. And then the second time you watch it, you're just sort of thinking, God, that would be bad. Sort of having a head like that being picked on all the time. Then the third time you watch it, you might think, how does he get his jumper on? Then, I don't know, I'm probably bored of it the fourth time. but it's well worth watching. So Elephant Man.
Brilliant.
Yeah, see it.
Brilliant.
I think if you want to get on TV, Carl, you'd be better as the subject of maybe like an omnibus documentary. Living with Carl.
So we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant. Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old. She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day, she goes for a check to the doctors, just to check herself out, because she's getting on a bit. He says, take your clothes off and that. So she does. And checks her out. Says, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Turn round. He said, oh, God. He said, you got a tumour on your buttock. Right? So she goes, oh, what, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation. It's best if we remove this. Books are in for an operation. Operation day comes, strip her down and that. They're all stood round, the doctors. Start to operate. It only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Carl.
I can forward you. Serious.
Right, okay, Carl, I'm telling you now, I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking, I've never had such... What do you mean? You couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said, I've got to tell Ricky
this
that.
This woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years, you mental case. Of course she didn't.
I had some exciting news this week, Carl. You'll be pleased to find out. I'm worried that you might get a little bit jealous because it's obviously going to impact on your world quite strongly. Because I know you think you like things to be quite samey. You like the status quo to be maintained. You like the fact that in the past, we've had some crosswords. Because I remember, what did you think of me when I first walked in? When I first came in on the first day of XFM?
I don't know why you're making a big deal out of it. Because I'm just being honest, though. I'm just being honest about a lot of people who see you for the first time sort of go, well, he's a bit weird.
I don't know, Steve, that you brought it up, and then you're again.
But I'm sure that wasn't what he said before.
No,
did he say before?
Well,
he's a bit weird.
Yeah, well, he looked at you, and I knew. I could see by the look on his face. You know when you know your kid, and your kid's sort of scared of something, and they go, "Why's your kid?" He goes, "Oh, he doesn't like pigeons or spiders." Right. It was like that when I saw Carl, and I brought you in, and I went, "What do you think of that, Carl?" I could see the look on his face that he was disturbed.
Sure.
And then, as he said, you get used to it, don't you?
Yeah, you get used to it. And you have changed a little bit. Your hair's a bit smarter now, and you got some nicer glasses and that, I think. Or I might have just got used to it.
Whoa, don't bring it up, Steve. Don't look at me like that.
So you say that you think some other people in the office thought the same? Do you know that for sure?
Carl.
Did you discuss it?
Carl.
Yeah, I think they do, yeah.
Okay, leave it there then.
But not just in the office, as you walk through the building.
Oh, it's worse than you ever thought.
Well, no, it's not worse than I ever thought, because as you well know, Ricky Gervais, what did I do on Thursday morning?
Oh, is this the thing...
For those that perhaps are not of the female persuasion listening, there's a magazine. Apparently it sells quite well. It's one of the sort of female, kind of issues magazines. I think it's called Company Magazine. It's like your sort of, I guess it's a bit like your Moore or your Vanity Fair or whatever. Anyway, they run every year the 50 most eligible bachelors in Great Britain section. Ding dong, hello. Who's in there this year? In the 50, in the top 50 of the entire country.
And then they vote, and they put them in order and see who's the most eligible bachelor.
But that's 50 people, right? It always annoys me slightly because bachelor, it kind of seems like a more sophisticated word for loser.
Yeah,
no. Which always sort of unnerves me.
And also, they try and do a different 50 every year, so they're getting pretty desperate to get different ones. Because also a lot of people who are sort of like successful, are married. So there's very little to.
No. There's a huge. I don't know if this is international. It could even be international. I'm not sure actually. So I could be up there with the likes of Justin Timberlake, etc. So Fred Durst.
Yeah,
that sort of person, So anyway, this is what's exciting, right? Although I'm slightly frustrated because they were telling me that last year, all right, because what happens is the readers of the magazine, they vote for who they think is number one most eligible bachelor, right? Last year, the prize was a 2-week trip in the Bahamas. Okay, this year, I'm rather annoyed because all I'm going to win is a moped. That's the prize this year. That's the prize this year, a moped.
Whoa, backtrack.
What?
Sorry. Last year was a 2-week trip to Bahamas, and this year
just a moped. All I'm going to get is a moped.
All you're going to win is a moped.
Yeah,
you got no chance.
You've
got no chance. Who else is in it?
Well, I mean, I don't know lots of people you'd never heard of. I know Duncan from Blue.
Dean, so you're second to him at least already. I imagine you're going to come behind the other 49.
No, because there'll be people voting for me. They get to vote for me.
Yeah, Steve.
They'll see my photo and then they can vote for me.
Yeah, according to Heat, I was 22nd most sexy man in the world.
I better take that helmet back.
I would.
It's that thing, though, you see. This happened years ago to me, right? When, you get pally with someone and then you wind each other up and then there comes a time when you just go over the line.
Yeah.
Right?
What happened?
Well, it was this lad called Anthony, right? Who was my mate.
Yeah.
And we used to sort of always have a little fight in the toilet and that.
Sure.
Right? Punch each other.
No, I want to wipe it.
And the punches, used to get harder.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then, so he hit me harder. Turned out into a proper fight.
Yeah.
I chipped his tooth on the sink. Right?
Right.
This happened at school, and it was time for assembly, and I thought, and he's in the toilet crying. I thought, go to assembly. There's police in there in the assembly that day telling people about unnecessary violence.
And you thought they were there for you?
So I'm like, oh no. Anthony's going to come in a minute, like crying with all blood coming from his mouth. I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah. Did you go running and sleep?
And that was an example of.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of happened because I went out with a girl who he fancied.
How old are we now?
About 8 or 9.
I think that's out of order, going out with a mate's girl.
Yeah, but she didn't like him. He had like big ears and that. He had no chance.
You're
So why
such a
should
dick.
No, but do you know what I mean? All right, I haven't got the looks like I used to.
Sure, when you were 8.
But that's before the stress of, having head squoes and that sort of thing. I have aged a lot since.
Having your head squeezed.
I love your own grammar. I know.
That's the past tense, is it? Squeeze or to have squeezed.
Oh, he did squoze his head.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So,
what about a bit of Bowie?
Bowie?
Be my wife. Carl, I'm asking you.
I think we can squeeze that in.
Be my wife, Carl. Come on. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington, our producer.
Right.
In inverted commas, heat put.
Yeah.
They know. How are you doing, all right, Carl?
Yeah, didn't they also write something about me bald round head?
Yes, perfectly round little bald man head, they said, so...
Because you need to know that when you listen to the radio and that. Really matters what my hair's doing.
Your hair, have you given it a little sort of polish? Because you look like a cue ball at the moment, and you've had a shave in it. I've never seen such a round head. It actually looks like a plate with ears.
Yeah, well, for those that have never seen Carl, I actually, if you remember, I think he looks a little bit like Mr. Spoon from Button Moon.
He does.
If you've ever seen that show,
and also he looks like, when they say they find with a little 4-foot human, and it's actually 500,000 years old, and they give it a name, and it's the first, Australopithecus into. Right? He looks like one of them as well. Perfectly round little. He is the missing link. He looks half human, half monkey.
Because he's got a slight slouch as well. So it's
I know,
like those pictures where you see it going from an ape to a man.
I
He's
know.
one of those in the middle.
Yeah, and of course his monkey hands, his hairy little wrist to those skinny little things that he can get oranges out of holes with. And it's unbelievable. Why are you so all shaved and polished and everything?
Got a wedding.
What?
Got to go to a wedding today, so thought I'd, clean myself up a bit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be wearing a suit or something?
No, I'll go home and put something on.
Oh, okay.
But, Suzanne said, make an effort. I sort of had a shave and that, and then I came out of the bathroom, she said, oh, your head looks a bit sort of eggish.
She's right.
She always worries about when I have a shave, because I just,
That's your girlfriend, Carl.
I know.
Saying that. Just think, so don't worry about Heat saying it. The funny thing is, it's Boyd Hilton, I think, of Heat that wrote it.
And he's got a little bald head.
Yeah, no, don't slag him off.
Yeah, but on the end of his review, does it say, written by Baldy Boyd? No, because it doesn't matter, it's a magazine. Don't worry about it.
Looking forward to the wedding?
A bit boring, isn't it? But you got to do it.
They're probably listening. Should we do a shot?
No, it'll be a great day for them, but I know what will happen. Suzanne will see, all the fuss and that, and then she'll get ideas and have to let her down and all that.
Why is it you don't want to get married again? I always forget.
It's just, who's it for at the end of the day? I've been with Suzanne for 11 years, right?
Sure.
We're happy. Well, I am.
That's what counts.
You're never happy.
I am. I'm all right.
Yeah, no, I know you're happy with Suzanne and everything, but apart from that, you're never happy. You are the most grumpy, moany thing in the world. I mean, I get annoyed, but I'm always happy. I was annoyed here. I was happy coming here, but there was a bloke behind me walking and scuffing his feet. He had a pair of those stupid skulls on, and he was clicking and scuffing. Wear some shoes. You don't have to click. Pick your feet up. Flip-flops annoy me. You know, but I'm happy. I'm just annoyed. You are just like, oh, the world's on me. It's rubbish, this. I know the world's great. It's just sometimes people annoy me by being there, you know. But Steve said I should be locked in one of those towers that princesses used to be locked in fairy tales, so because everything annoys me. But you're grumpy.
I'm not. I'm all right.
XFM 104.9. We're not here. This next clip is one of my favourite clips. Look, it needs no introduction. Here it is.
Finally, White Van Man, what do you make of the fact that Sainsbury's are bringing in square tins?
Is that
a
true?
concern for you?
Is that true?
Apparently so.
Why?
Dunno.
Like it's easy to stack.
This is what the guy in the Sun has said. That should be interesting. That should be... His comment on Sainsbury's are bringing in square tins is that should be interesting for meatballs. Ricky's just collapsed on the floor. Let's just play a song, Carl. I don't think even you can top that.
Cooper Temple Claws. Who needs enemies? Good question, lads. Nobody. This is XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Oh, they should print a little book of those. They're great. Oh, how you can relate any song or artist to anything else.
Easy.
Joyful.
Easy. Well, yeah, so me and Carl went out for a beer, and it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
We started off,
good.
and you met my mate Robin, didn't you?
Yeah.
And some of the stories. Do you want to tell Steve some things about Robin that you've done?
Do you know him well?
Yes.
Well, do you know about his worm problem as a kid?
Go on.
Right. What I can remember is he had worms as a kid. Not sure how you get him. He never answered me. He was getting a bit touchy about it.
Right.
This is like the second time I met him. And I think he was a bit annoyed that Ricky told me about his problem.
What now? Now, straight away, you not being there, instinctively, what do you think went on with this story about worms?
My suspicion is rather like when you told a group of people that Robin had once suckled milk from a cow's udder. Did you mention that as well?
Yeah.
My suspicion is that, like the cow story, the worm story is not true.
But why would he get so sort of uppity about it?
Well, imagine if that wasn't the first time he'd done it. Imagine if he did that every single time he was with somebody for the first time and Robin was just met them. He will tell that story to anyone.
But they do say there's no smoke without fire.
Robin. I also told him that the way Robin cured these worms was because the doctor told his mother, right, to hold a piece of ham or cheese near Robin's anus so the worms would come out for the food, and he believed it.
I'll tell you why, though.
I said to Robin used to sit on Spam to try and get the worms out, and he believed it.
But Steve, right, do you remember that story about 3 or 4 years ago where there was some bloke in the army? He went away to somewhere, Vietnam or whatever. He was messing about in the woods.
Messing about in the woods? Shouldn't he have been fighting?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right, and he walked through some lake, and I think he'd cut his toe or something on something, and some worm of some sort crawled in the gash.
Yeah.
And it was in his body, and the doctor said, we've got to get this out of your body. So what they did was, they said, right, the thinnest part or something of your body that things can crawl through is on the top of your head. So they wrapped
where the skull is.
So they wrapped some bacon.
No, they didn't.
They did. That's
right.
Thing.
So he's gone in via the toe. So what we do is, I'll tell you what, that worm's probably heading straight for the head. We'll put a bit of bacon on it. The thinnest part of the body is the skull. Of course, it's not the thinnest part of the body. It's where your brain case is, isn't it? It's the skull.
There was a reason for it. And it was like they stuck some bacon on his head. And
as ever, the vital piece of information, i.e. the reason, Carl seems to have forgotten.
Because the worm was in his body, and they said everyone likes to smell of bacon.
Including worms.
even a Vietnamese lake worm. They
love bacon.
Remember last week when I said about the little fella with the bone with no brain, and you were proved wrong?
No. We were saying it wasn't a little fella. We were saying it was a stillborn child. It wasn't a little fella.
You're changing it now. You weren't having any of it last week.
Right, hang on a minute. I'm getting confused. There was a Vietnamese snake that went inside of a soldier.
A little like maggot or some sort that you have to get out of your body because it causes problems.
Yes, and so in order to get it out of the body, they strapped bacon to his head.
Yeah.
That is great. This doctor.
And did that work?
I think so. They had a picture of him smiling.
Oh, God, what, the worm or the bloke?
The bloke.
Oh, dear.
Honestly, I hope someone knows the story. And
Right.
It was about 3 years ago, I reckon.
Okay.
And, yeah, it did work.
G.I. Bacon.
So this is why
the worm burrowed out of his head to get the bacon?
Get to the bacon.
Right. That's great.
So this is why when Robin was telling his story, I was a little bit disappointed if it wasn't true.
Right.
Because in a way...
You know Robin's never been to Vietnam.
No, but what do you really think that Robin, well, as Robin said at the time, Carl, why would I sit on ham then tell Ricky Gervais? It's a very good point.
Because if he was a kid, you do daft things like that as a kid.
Right.
He is the telling Ricky Gervais, though.
Yeah. And then, bless him.
Okay.
And then anyway, Robin left, and I tried to chase him, but he got away. He knows that and then we had a few pints, and then Carl embarked on some of the greatest stories ever told. Can you tell the story about your dad?
Let me run it by. I haven't spoke to him all week, so let me run it by him.
Okay, play records.
Because,
What we got?
We've got one of Steve's...
Yeah, well, bizarrely enough, this comes from the Teachers 2 soundtrack, the soundtrack to the current TV series. There's a slight whiff of nepotism in the air.
Yeah.
Rick, would you like to explain why?
Well, that's why you're doing it. No, my girlfriend worked on it. But
Yeah.
you were going to play this anyway, weren't you?
Well, I was actually. Bizarrely enough, I was going to play some I Am Clute, and this is from, as I say, the Teachers soundtrack. This is called To You. It's a good track. That's I Am Clute, a track called To You from the Teachers soundtrack. That's also got, I noticed the Electric Soft Parade, The Hives, Star Sailor, Feeder, Turin Breaks, Mercury Rev on there. It's a good little collection.
Lovely. Carl has just had confirmation. He's looking smug because someone phoned up and went, it is true. It's a Laogai chi worm and you wrap bacon around your head. That's all the bloke knew as well.
Yeah.
And his name was Gary.
Yeah.
So I'm not having it.
No.
And he said, see, that's why the Robin thing isn't so weird. He said, but when you said he tried it with cheese, he said I was having none of it. He's got standards. Strokes, hard to explain. Like Carl, really?
Yes. Yes.
So, Carl, concentrate.
Yeah, go on.
So, we'll leave the worm with the bacon wrapped around the head, shall we?
Well, if you're ever caught in the jungle...
Yeah, always carry some...
Bit of Danish.
Good advice. Lovely.
Eminem, Sing for the Moment, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant, with 5 little hamburgers.
Got 5 burgers here, yep. And so I don't know, how should we begin, Carl? Do you want to just look at the size of these burgers?
Look, they can see it on webcam, can't they? They can see us stuffing these burgers into your mouth. And by the way, I'm filming this, Steve. Look,
Brilliant.
Look, I've got a camcorder.
Yeah.
We'll put this on unseen footage on a DVD or something.
Or maybe on the website.
On the Oh, Carl, what if you break the record?
Okay, Carl, I'm coming round now to just monitor this and adjudicate.
What's the web? If you want to see this on the webcam, what is it?
XFM.co.uk.
Right, okay. Hold on. Can I, Steve?
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny, right? But I think I have got like a bit of a wheat thing.
You've got a bit of a what?
A wheat allergy thing.
Don't give me that.
No, seriously, my head's... I've been eating a lot of shredded wheat recently. And my head's got a bit bigger.
Carl, I don't think you can let us down now, mate. So you just got to put that first.
No, I can't put that like that in my mouth on its with. I've got to break it up. I've got to break it up.
Can't break it up.
Can't break it up.
It doesn't say you can on the rule thing.
It does.
It doesn't. I can't look. I physically can't.
Try it.
I can't look. I'd have to be Jay Goody to get that. Seriously, look.
Try it. Yeah, I know, but you're not approaching it right. That's it.
Come on.
That's all.
Keep going. God, he's not going to do one.
Keep going. That's good work. Keep going.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Get one in at least.
Ease it.
Get one in at least. Get one in.
Ease it in.
Get one in. Push it.
That's one. Let's go for another one.
Let's go one more.
I reckon you've got to rip it up a bit.
Okay, do that then. See how many you can get in. You've got to get in 2.
No, just one.
No.
Well, it's
no,
three.
pack it in. What do you do? Pack your cheeks first.
Honestly, Steve, my head is swelling a bit because I have got a wheat thing, a wheat allergy.
That'd be good. There'd be more room. Right. Okay. Look, Carl is now just sticking it in his cheek.
Yeah.
Don't eat any.
You can't swallow any. It's like a hamster. You got to work it like a hamster.
Yeah. Stick it in. Come on.
He looks like Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Come on. Don't lose any yet. Right.
Pack it in, then use your fingers to pack it in.
Come on.
Wedge it in. Like you're grouting the bath.
I can't do this either.
Keep going. Keep going, don't give up so early. This is part of the problem. You just give up, Carl, too quickly.
You failed again. It's like a history O level. Come on, Carl. Come on. Do something well.
one there,
Succeed at something. Push it in. You've got nearly a half a burger there. Oh, I'll come round there. You're chewing. Don't chew.
I've got a bit of food.
I don't know what he said, but... Is that
a whole one? No, it's not. I can see bits left.
Come on, Carl. Come on, keep working at it. We keep working at it. But there's so much space in your mouth, I can see it.
He's going red. Okay, we'll do another one. We'll do another one.
That one then.
We're doing a... Oh, are you alright?
Are you going to be sick?
Are you alright?
Alright.
Oh God, should we play a record? He's making my eyes water now.
Okay, I'll find a different one for you.
Find a different one for
What
him.
about most grapes eaten in 3 minutes?
I'll go. Do you want to do that? Grapes are easy, aren't they?
That's easy. Great.
Come on, grapes are easy.
Come on, don't make him laugh. He's choking. He's choking. Oh, Carl.
Quick!
Keep going, Carl.
Come on!
What happened? Did he just throw up?
No! Don't make him laugh!
Oh,
Come on!
we can make wine. Come on, Carl. You're doing so well,
Carl.
mate.
I want to go. Come on. Only...
Why are you making him laugh? That was a world record attempt.
Come on. He's over.
Keep going.
Come on! You got 25 seconds. Come on.
Oh, I think that was a shame actually because you were doing well, but something went wrong.
I know, and I think those are bigger grapes than the ones I've seen before. They're quite big grapes. Look at his face, he looks so despondent. Come on, Carl, 8 seconds. Just a few more. 5. Come on, what's the matter?
2, 1. It's all over, Carl.
It's all over. Better count how many you did. You can get good at this. We can get good at this over the weeks.
I think that was a fairly pitiful attempt, actually. I really thought you had It's interesting, actually. These are harder records than you might think.
Yeah, I know. 6, 8, 10.
How do you feel after that record-breaking attempt?
Not happy with that.
What are you not happy about?
The fella who did it, was he in hospital and just had loads of grapes? I was bored. I'm sure he wasn't producing a radio programme, that's for sure.
Well, to be fair, neither are you. What was tricky about it? What did you find hard?
I think having Ricky standing over me,
Yeah.
sort of shouting, "Go on!" isn't normal.
No. But that wasn't...
He hasn't eaten any! Hold on, that's 50 left.
That's quite a poor attempt then, by the seam of it. Would you think about trying to maybe do that again in a couple of weeks? Would you do some practice and try that again?
Leave it for the experts.
And I noticed a tricky point. Maybe sort of when you had about 50 seconds to go, you seemed to be spewing things into the bin. What was that?
Again, mainly Ricky standing over me. So
88. He's got 88 left.
Okay, so what's the mental arithmetic there? Because we put how many in? It was 150 in the thing, wasn't it?
What did I say? What did I say I had left?
well, I'm not doing it again.
88.
So
He had 88 left.
So 62. God, you're only at 62. What's the matter with you, Carl? There's people starting you at 62. That is rubbish.
That's disappointment.
let's leave that.
So you failed on 2 world record attempts then.
62, and the record's that is rubbish. What were you doing?
Oh, yeah, but like I said, I've got a small throat. I can't drink a drink quick. Ever since the Mr. Freeze Pops when I was 6, that I nearly choked on, I nearly died on, I can't go back. It'd be like asking, I don't know, someone who got run over to play Frogger or something.
What's Frogger? This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
I'll tell you something I do know.
Go on.
Right? But I can't really get a question out of it.
Go on, just tell us.
There's a shadow somewhere.
It's already good, isn't it?
I'm loving it already.
No, right? There's a shadow. I think it was in America.
Yeah.
And it's on a quiet road. I'm guessing somewhere like Boston. That's what I imagine.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Somewhere like Boston. And people at night used to see this shadow moving about, and they'd go, "What's that?" Right? And it got known. The town, the little local town, got known for this shadow, but it didn't cause any problems.
What are you talking about?
It was
You lost me.
What are you talking about?
Do you know, like, some places get famous, like Scotland's got the Loch Ness Monster and that, but it doesn't cause any.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cause any problems.
It does exist. Go on.
Right? So there's this shadow walking about on the road.
What do you mean? No, what's he again? Rubbish.
Right? So he's walking
Nonsense.
about.
Where did you read this? Where did you
He's
see
walking
this?
about. This was on the internet, and I'm sure.
Sorry. Sorry. I thought it was shite. I didn't know it was on the internet.
Right. So this shadow is moving about, and
Independently of an object.
yeah, and the local mayor and that is like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not harming anyone.
The mayor involved.
Was he elected to that post?
Hey, Mayor, we got a problem down here. Seems like a shadow. Well, it's not causing any. No, it's
Is
just
it causing any problems?
Yeah, go on.
But that's the thing. It was left for years, and then it did start causing problems.
I see, that's it. If you leave these shadows to go unchecked, Rick, they go crazy.
Yeah.
You let them run amok in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
You've got to stand
What
around
did it do?
on
What did it
roaming
do?
shadows.
What did the shadow do?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
It was what?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
Oh,
I'll find out more for that next week. Right, that'll tease
oh,
them.
you're a maniac.
We'll do more on that. We haven't had time for
Please
educating.
never have children.
Right, listen.
You are
Just
a
promise me
maniac.
now you'll never have kids.
Like when you're born, you're a little baby, wrinkly and stuff. When you get older, you sort of morph into a baby again. And you go through the same phases. So when you're young, you buy singles. You get old, you got nothing to do all day. You got all your pension money. What will I buy? Cliff Richard's on the telly. Here's my video, buy me song.
You see, that started off as quite a sensible point, because I actually think they do it. But what was all that alien stuff about when you're born, you go wrinkly and you go wrinkly again? So sometimes you mix like normal things that human beings say with I don't know what.
Well, look, when you're a baby, you've got a little bald head, no teeth. You get old. What happens?
Are you a philosopher? You're an official philosopher. Because, I mean, it sounds like it. Oh, Carl, play a record. You're a gem. You're a diamond.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right. There's this monkey, right?
Yeah.
And it had been, do you know you hear about monkeys being badly treated and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So, anyway, it goes into this home. It's 14, this monkey. It's called Matty, right? Goes into this home where it's looked after.
What do you mean home?
Just like just a little monkey home, right?
Okay, so zoo.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, but they haven't got any other monkeys there, right?
What have they got there?
They've got just other animals and that, but not that many monkeys. But anyway, because he's there on his own, again, you know...
When you say monkey, do you mean a chimpanzee, by the way? Because you usually do.
Yeah.
I can't believe that journalist thought this was scripted.
Amazing.
So anyway, yeah. So he gets sort of pally with the people working there and that, and it's smoking fags. It's having a drink at night and all this, right?
What do you mean it's having a drink at night? How?
It's all here. It's all here, Steve. I mean, we haven't really got time, but
Well, don't say it's all here like it's proof. You've got another stupid story that someone has put onto the internet. Someone sitting at home in their bedroom has put onto the internet.
So he's having a fag, he's drinking a lovely glass of Bang Rock Station.
Yeah, the wine that's perfect for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's loving life. He's forgetting about his past and everything, right? When this other monkey comes along,
Oh
no.
Troubles brewing.
Go on.
right? That comes in. Something said. Right, forget it. Forget it. No, forget it. Yeah, but it's all the time. It's not just. I mean, you haven't done that with me, taking your clothes off and that yet. But like last night, we were sat in the pub and I was saying, right, you know, let's not even worry about new features. Then let's get the current ones, you know, going.
Like
Getting
what?
Good. Like the one that I was trying to work out, the cheeky freak of the week.
Think of that!
Yeah, but I was
Think of
saying,
that, though, as a normal conversation.
yeah, but I'd looked online, right? I didn't find that much. I found, actually, I'll tell you what I found later. Brilliant. We're looking for them, right? And then at one point, I think you said to me, go and, what about the Guinness Book of Records?
Yeah,
they'll have like the best freak in the world or whatever.
Yeah, ever.
So I said, yeah, bring one in. Now, you've got one at home.
Yeah, I've got a
But you
couple.
couldn't be bothered carrying that in today, so I had to go out of the pub that I was at,
Yeah.
nip into Borders,
Yeah.
buy a Guinness Book of Records,
Yeah.
out of my own money, $18.99,
Yeah.
bring it back, and then you said, I don't know if I want to do this feature. So it cost me 20 quid for that. I had to buy a video for Silence of the Lambs film clip. I'm actually out of pocket at the end of this.
But do you want to work with me is the thing. If you want to work with... people would pay that sort of money to work with me, Carl. You're a lucky bloke. Think how many people think, Carl, he gets to drink and sit.
Yeah.
Well, you making a cup of tea and I surprised, didn't I? Little surprises.
Last night, when I left the pub in a bit of a mood, because I just fed up with not getting anything done.
Yeah.
Walking down the road, I was thinking, how can I get out of this? How can I stop having to work with them? I'm thinking, I wonder if I leave, I wonder if they'll be funny and they'll go, and then my boss will be giving me stick. And I'm thinking, how much notice have I got to give out? And all this is going through my mind. I'm walking home and I got in, said to Suzanne, I'm sick of it. She's going, you need to do it when I get a new kitchen. And I was like, yeah, but how big does the kitchen need to be? I was saying, do we need a big kitchen? Can we get a small one? Have we got enough for a small kitchen? Do we need so many cupboards? Can we just have wood instead of steel? All this, trying to get out of doing this.
Yeah. It's always I always feel like, because I like to think that I'm not perhaps as bad as him.
Yeah,
You annoy me in different ways.
Like what? How does he annoy you?
Well, stuff that, I come up with ideas, say Cheap as Chimps.
Yeah.
Rockbusters springs to mind.
Yeah.
15
like
Taiwan.
15 Taiwan. Let's just remind people what 15 Taiwan was.
It was a little feature that I wanted to give a run, give it a little run, see if people like it.
The premise being?
No, there's no premise, it's just a title.
No, we were going to get 15 sort of ornaments, you'd explain them, and then people would call up and say, that one's from Taiwan.
See, God, you just explained why I didn't think that was a good idea. By explaining the good...
The funny thing is, Steve, right, I was walking down Regent Street on Monday, walked past one of these big stores, right, and they've got all famous quotes on the windows, right, and one of them was something like, an absurd idea is often a great idea.
Yeah.
Do you know who said that?
Go on.
Einstein.
Yes.
Which made me wonder, if you were his mate, would he ever have done E = MC squared? Or would you have said, don't bother with that, it's not going to work? Because that's all you seem to do. Everything I come up with, you put down.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing. He's negative, right? I don't know why. I don't know why he is. What else?
He messes me about. I get him concert tickets for stuff, and you say, I didn't bother going.
Yeah.
That is annoying.
You come in, 5 minutes to go with tracks that need editing.
Yeah. The little bag, that bag that was free.
Yeah, you got a free bag today, an XFM little rucksack thing.
Yeah.
You were like, what's this? What's this rubbish?
Yeah.
Ricky said, I'll have it. They're great. He said, no, I want it.
Yeah.
Well, it was free. I needed it. I give that as a gift or something.
So, I mean, I think on reflection, Steve is probably a little bit more annoying than me.
I won't go that far. You are annoying. If I had to go away for a week somewhere, if it was a quiet place...
Well, you are again, aren't you? That's 2 holidays you had this year, I mean.
If it was a busy place, I'd probably go with you, because people, do you know what I mean, staring at me all the time and that if I'm walking around with Steve. No, I'm just...
Can I draw up a list of reasons I don't like you, Carl?
Just being honest.
What? I'll tell you, because the list of reasons I don't like you is incredibly long and getting longer.
Just saying.
Do you want another slap?
I told you it was really light, right? We've had the parrot, right? These are things that I found the parrot, right? I've told you about the dog in the car wash.
Right, you didn't tell me about that. You said there's a car wash for a dog. That's all you told me.
Yeah,
the
but
parrot, you said there's a parrot. What? It's a problem at funerals.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing. Do you understand?
And
they used to eat cats.
what else have we got? There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
Why?
There's an elephant in India with sore feet.
No, I'm interested. Why?
Tap dancing.
Why?
See, I didn't write that
He's
much
trying
down
to
about
break
it.
Roy Castle's record. He's still going.
Go on. What is it? Think.
It's an elephant, and it was really old. It was about 76.
Right.
And it had sore feet because it's old and
they don't make stair
and
lifts
the
that
roads,
big, do they?
roads are bad and that.
Yeah, go
on. They said, what are we going to do? And the town was like, oh, we're used to seeing it around. It's part of the thing, we don't want it to have sore feet. Yeah. So they got some slippers made for it. And it had like a picture of the elephant looking happy wearing some slippers.
I love Carl, his world. Where did you see this picture?
That was on the internet.
Right.
That's a lesson, though, for any elephants listening. Don't wear stilettos to work every day because it can do your feet in.
So that it's
don't elephants have really bad memories?
No, they have really good memories.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good then. No, I just thought they'd forget where they put them. I thought there was something about elephants having bad memories and that.
It goes on, where's my slippers? Yeah. I'm sure I left them by the test.
So sorry, there's an elephant walking around wearing slippers?
Yeah, that's in
what
India.
kind of slippers? Those sort of old man ones with the sort of check.
Well, round ones, I imagine.
Yeah.
Big round ones.
There was that going on.
And is it happening? Is it happier? I mean, does it feel more satisfying?
It looked it.
Did it look? How can you tell the elephants, please?
What else is there? There was a woman who's had a breast insured for 150 grand.
Right.
Okay. Any more information there?
What? Third party fire and theft?
Don't know. It had a picture of her with them, out. I just thought, he should get them covered.
He's done another real joke.
Brilliant. That's a proper joke.
He's done look at his little face. He smiles.
I'd like to see you on one of the sort of TV panel games. If they could bring back sort of celebrity squares, it'd be amazing as the centre square.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Or on that countdown in Dictionary Corner.
I imagine him in Dictionary Corner.
I'd come up with cat. If that helps at all.
Yeah. Memblent.
Yeah, what does that mean, Carl?
Just anything you want it to mean. What I've got, there's a dog that's got a cough in Singapore because it smokes 20 a day. Right, okay, another one.
No, it's the last one in it, so we'll save it. The last one we've got is
Kings of Leon, Molly's Chambers on XFM 104.9. Thanks to Lauren Laverne there for the last few hours. Coming up, we have got some great music, Steve. We've got Kings of Leon, as you heard. We've got Alba, we've got The Darks, we've got Coldplay, Coral, Rolling Stones, we've got some Springsteen, The Smiths. Do you not mean you need any more? And with all that, we've still got Pete Skinner with his wacky weather report.
Excellent, good old Pete.
Hey?
Nice to have him back.
Good to hear, Steve. Got some here brought in. It's just a normal soup. It's Rooster's Pride. What flavour soup's that, Steve?
Oh, I know you brought that. And it's all a genuine article, and it's cock soup. Can I have a closer look at that? Maybe there's some more humour I can draw.
What, you want a closer look at my cock soup?
Just a cock soup. Let me just. It says here delicious, appetizing. 3 to 4 servings.
Because you know what I'm thinking of when you're talking about the soup.
I'm thinking of innuendo.
I'm just thinking of a man's cock.
Penises, yeah. Let me just.
It's the darkness.
Use Rooster's Pride cock soup as a snack with crackers or toast.
Still thinking of a normal knob.
An appetizer again, or a soup base. That doesn't really work as an innuendo.
No,
that's disappointing. We'll work on that though.
The darkness growing on me on XFM 104.9. Going well, isn't it?
I've enjoyed it so far.
It's been a bit naughty and everything.
Yeah, a bit smart. Nothing wrong with that.
No. Carl, having a good day?
Not bad.
Yeah.
What mood are you in this week?
What
we
mood is
always
that?
trying to assess each week. It's a bit edgy.
He's got a red head. What's all that? You've got a red head all around the side and the front. What's that?
Sunburn?
No, I think I'm allergic to having my head rubbed.
Right. Right. Now, who would rub your head? That sounds a bizarre thing. Your girlfriend?
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was rubbing your head.
Well, yeah, but I was squeezing his head, fair enough, and he was screaming in agony. And then he went and made me a cup of coffee. And as he came over, just spilled boiling hot coffee on my legs. I'm all wearing shorts, and he went, "Sorry," just like that. It's like a series of Jackass out there this morning. I mean, my legs are burnt. Your head's a little bit red. But apart from that, having a good day.
Not bad. I was on the way in today, right, Steve?
Walking in,
always walking in. I get left early and stuff. I like to get in early, get some bits done, that.
Yeah. Monkey News, Songs of Phrase.
That sort of thing. And living in London, right, there's a lot of shops that open early and stuff. Do you know what I mean? People say that's a good thing about London.
Yeah.
It's almost like 24-hour city and stuff, right? I'm walking in and there's you've got your news agents open.
Obviously.
Selling newspapers and that. That's good. They've got to be open early. Yeah. Then you've got your coffee shops, your Starbucks.
You'll have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Do you know what I mean? They're doing well in the morning. Yeah. Then you see the odd restaurant and you think, well, maybe they sort of got the doors open, but they're preparing for lunch. So you think, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll let that pass.
Yeah. Carrying on walking down the road. Bondage shop. Open.
Sure.
About 10:30.
Yeah.
Busy, was it?
There's a couple in.
Really?
Some good offers. About 10:30 for a bondage shop.
I'm assuming if you're into bondage, though, you stock up at any time, day or night. I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
Well, I assume it.
I suppose you get up and you go, oh, I've got nothing on. I need to be a bit tied down.
Yeah.
I need some rope.
These clothes are too baggy. I need more belts.
Oh, God.
I need more straps.
Yeah. Oh. Get some rubber on my face.
Weird though, isn't it?
What were you doing in there?
So just having a browse. But, so a bit worried really, because the things that I've noticed this week like that's probably a little bit small. You've brought your soup in.
I just found it out there. Sorry, yeah. It is Rooster's Pride cock soup, noodle soup mix, chicken flavour. But I mean, do they not know that is obviously just going to be used on the Graham Norton show and Chris Tarrant when he's doing his show abroad?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what I mean? How could they call it cock soup in this day and
I don't
age?
keep saying it.
Well, no, it's fine, because you can say cock as long as it means the male, we've done this.
Oh, do you mean the chicken?
Yeah, look, it's a picture of a chicken.
Yeah. Sorry.
What did you think it meant?
No, I don't know. I don't know. It's in my head.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But there's something else that's a bit sort of
A bit blue.
a little bit blue, but then it's real as well. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
It's
that
a problem.
excuses it.
Go on.
There's a program.
We couldn't have said the cock soup if we'd made it up, but because it's real, it's fine.
Yeah. We also couldn't have said the cock soup if we'd have meant a male penis.
Thankfully, we don't. So
We mean a little chicken. Go on.
Yeah, this program was on. It was Wednesday night, something. About this little lad.
Yeah.
It was a fella and a woman.
at the same time.
What do you mean?
Like a cartoon with a secret identity.
by night. What do you mean? He had both
By day a
sexes?
boy, by night a woman.
He had it all.
What you? Sorry, wait. So he had male and female genitalia. So what do you call someone that's born like that?
Weird.
Yeah.
What's the term for it? Go on. You know it. We've talked about it before.
Aphrodite.
Really? So close. Hermaphrodite. Yeah, hermaphrodite. Yeah.
That's weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he had them all.
Yeah.
And he had the.
Well, what happened was he was born, right?
Obviously.
And the doctor said, there you go. Lovely little boy and girl. So the mum was like, what? So he said...
No, I don't think the doctor was sarcastic.
Yeah, what?
I don't think the doctor was sort of dissing them.
Yeah.
There you go. What do you mean, doctor? I'm gonna have a look. There's a cock, there's a minch. All right, see you later. What are you going to call hit? But doctor, what do you mean? Have a look. He wasn't sarcastic. He didn't give
Doctor,
clues.
tell me what you mean. Give me a straight answer.
He probably went, oh shit, she's got a cock. He didn't go... He wasn't sarky to the parents.
No, but I'm just getting across. Do you know what I mean? I always had a little bit just to...
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. You should be a newsreader. Be brilliant.
So there's a little kid lying there.
Yeah.
And the mum says, you know, what am I going to do then? So the doctor, I mean, I'm condensing this. It was like an hour long.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he says, she said, what will I do? And the doctor said, well, he's not sort of well hung.
Right.
Oh,
So
he's not sort of well on. This doctor has been, I assume, has been struck off since for saying these things.
It was a real doctor. It wasn't Dr. Fox.
Yeah. Right, go on.
So the doctor said, so I recommend that we make it a woman.
Right.
So they sort of do a little bit of...
Jiggery pokery.
Yeah, a little bit of work. And
I don't think that's true, Carl.
No, it is. It was on the programme.
But I think they can tell really what they were meant to be from their chromosomes, can't they? They can tell whether they're X, Y, Y, or
Yeah,
Z.
it's not very well hung.
No, I
Yeah.
tell you what, because back then, when this was going on,
no,
right,
I'm just thinking they might not have had it.
the doctors then thought if you had a kid, right, and you thought, it's a bit ugly, maybe it'll have a better life if it was a fella. If it was a girl and it's a bit ugly and you think it's going to get hard time.
Right, don't talk shite.
What?
What? That a doctor would go, right, you've had a young girl, I'll tell you what, she's a pig, let's pop a cock on her. Don't
No,
talk
I'm not saying,
shite.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, say if you have like I say, a girl. I just think it's harder if a girl's ugly and
Yeah.
she's growing up.
Yeah.
She has a harder time.
Yeah.
Don't you agree with that?
Possibly, but you don't change someone when they don't.
No, yeah.
You don't change their gender.
No,
because they're
I'm just saying what I'm saying is the Elephant Man would have had a harder time if it was Elephant Woman. Is what I'm saying. But listen to me, listen. What the doctor was saying is, if you get a baby before it's 2, back then they thought you could sort of say, well, instead of giving it a go-kart, give it dolls to play with.
Right, back when? What are we talking about?
The Middle Ages?
We put a song on, come back to this.
Yeah, it's Bruce Springsteen, Atlantic City. Bruce Springsteen, Atlantic City, on XFM 104.9. Okay, look, have another go, Carl. What were you saying? As an hermaphrodite, he was born both sets. The doctor said he's not well lung, let's lose that.
Let's get rid of that.
Let's make it into a girl. Okay. I'm with you so far, go on then.
So, anyway, gets away with it a little bit. In the early years, right? Starts going to school, gets away with it a little bit,
sure,
right? But then, do you know when you get to that age and your head goes all funny, like when you're a teenager and you sort of I don't know, your skull goes.
Mine never did.
What are you talking about?
No.
That sort of teenage years when you look a bit odd. Do you know what I mean? You go from being quite a good-looking person, and then your body starts growing
at a different rate. So you never know till 21 whether you're going to be a looker or not, or whether it's just.
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
So
your head grew outwards at exactly the same rate, didn't it? That's why it's
your head grew faster than your hair.
He's got a lovely head of hair, just below the skull. Yeah. He's got a little afro in there, but it just couldn't get through the follicles. It couldn't catch up the skull, expanding. Oh, bless him. Oh, come on, Baldy.
But the thing is, right, so you see these pictures of the lad/woman who's trying to be a woman at the age of 14, 15.
Sure. Yeah.
She's got one of them big heads,
right,
like a lad. She starts having a hard time. She doesn't want to play with the mates, with the dolls and all that. She's more into go-karting and that sort of thing. Gets to an older age, decides to go back. Is now sort of with a woman and having a life of a fella.
But did the doctor keep it for him in case he needed it?
No, he's had one put on though.
Has he? Where'd he get that from?
Don't know, maybe that bondage shop.
What do they do when they do that? Do they put on what do they do? Maybe someone could call in and tell us. If you're a woman and you have
Do you want to speak to someone who's got that information?
Yeah, I do want to know. What do they
if you've got that information, I don't want to talk to them.
Do they construct one? Do they construct it?
From plasticine?
Or do they whack on a dead one?
What? Whack on a dead one?
Yeah.
What? What? That's not, it's not, what do you mean? No.
When a woman has a knob put on.
Yeah.
To have a sex change, where do they get it from? Is it constructed? Do they find, like, I don't know.
From a donor.
A donut?
From a donor.
Oh, well, yeah. A donor?
A donor, yeah.
Yeah, but presumably it's like
maybe there's someone who wants
after they're dead, I mean.
No, I thought
very few people. It's not like giving someone a kidney and then sort of like celebrating with them.
If you're a guy and you want to become a woman, you've got one to spare.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, a swap.
Yeah, just do a little swap, probably on the internet or something.
Or Noel Edmonds.
What do you mean?
On Swap Shop.
He's not a man.
No, but you could go, we got a fella here who, got a lovely, nearly new, unused penis.
Keith Chegrin out in kind of Bognor Regis.
Wants a couple of tits and a fanny for that, so, call in.
It reminds me of the, do you remember the John Wayne Bobbitt story? Which it always seemed odd to me. I never really kind of got all the information. Do you remember that one, Carl, where the woman cut off her husband's penis because he
was sleeping?
I think he was sleeping and she drove off. I think he woke up quite quickly. That's
so much better than the alarm clock.
Yeah. And she threw it off. She threw it out of the car into the woods and he went and found it.
Yeah.
But imagine if he'd got to the hospital and they'd sewn it back on and he'd gone, that's bigger than I remember. I'm not sure this is mine.
How many of you cut us where we dump all the knobs?
We dump all the knobs in there.
Yeah.
That was an extraordinary story. And then, bizarrely, he became a porn star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very strange life that man's had.
Well, it is a bit of a shock to the system, isn't it? I'm cutting your knob off.
I know.
Do you remember that French bloke, the performance artist of 1910? Do you remember him?
No.
He, as a performance art, in a theatre, he cut his knob off to a crowd of people. Now,
what?
That's only a one-night trick, though, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. But what if there'd been a bang outside?
They went encore. He went, what?
Yeah. Or they looked outside because a car backfired. He went, did you see that? I go, what? I go, just cut my... Did you? Yeah. Think of that.
Sacre bleu.
I know. French are funny, aren't they? Paying your knob off for your art.
Weird, isn't it?
Longview, further on XFM 104.9.
As we're having so much fun with penises,
Yeah.
I thought perhaps I should just mention...
That's a slogan.
we should just mention this story briefly. It's in the paper today. A Russian is selling what he claims is Hitler's mummified penis for £12,000.
Yeah.
Ivan Zadurprov says his ex-Red Army soldier dad hacked it off as a souvenir after storming the tyrant's Berlin bunker after his suicide in 1945.
Yeah. Not.
You convinced?
Why did he wait till now?
Yeah.
He's found out that. That might get a bit of £12,000.
£12,000. Which doesn't seem a great deal. Doesn't seem a great deal of money, really.
Well, it's useless, isn't it?
True.
You're not going to be able to use it. It's not going to be able to. It's not going to be a donor. Imagine that if you walked round.
Yeah. You'll never. Making love to a girl. You'll never believe who this is.
Yeah. You never believe who's doing you, love.
Exactly. This is going to freak you out.
This is, just relax.
Exactly.
Okay, sit down now. Was that
I got a
all right?
little surprise for
It was
you.
brilliant, yeah, so you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Right. Are
Did
you
you know
a fan of the Third Reich?
Exactly.
Well, no, awful racist. Okay, let's go a different tack.
Yeah.
You did like the sex. I love the sex. Okay, then. Yeah, it's not going to be Hitler's knob, is it?
But I like the idea that, I mean, you're you're in the Red Army.
Yeah.
You've just stormed Berlin.
Yeah.
1945. You crash into the bunker.
You've gone through terrible. How you've lost 20 million comrades.
Unbelievable.
Oppression
Been
everywhere.
going on for years.
You're in there, you see the man.
Here he is, he's dead.
He's dead, the
figurehead and leader of one of the most despicable,
You turn to your friends, there's a tear in your eye.
Yeah. And your immediate thought is, I ought to chop off his todger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I said Bagsy. I said
Bagsy is
the
Winkle.
I said Bagsy is Winkle outside. Whoever it was. Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be Hitler. Brilliant.
It's just, I can't, it just doesn't make sense. It's ludicrous. And I don't know how is he expecting to prove this? Because I want some proof.
Well, I think that's why he said that. He probably started off with, I've got Hitler's face. And they went, brilliant. Oh, let's have a look at it. What do you mean let's have a look? Well, just check Hitler's face. Obviously I know what he looks like. Oh yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, you know what no, it's not his face. What wouldn't you know what it looked like? Well, I mean, no one's ever seen his genitals. That's what I've got.
Yeah.
I've got his.
It's got a little swastika on it.
Is that proof, is it?
Yeah, little
Have you got his ball? Well, no, the Albert Hall's got one, his mother's got the other, so I don't know.
See, the Albert Hall, I would have thought, would probably be paying that £12,000 because apparently they've already got his ball.
Yeah, they got one of his balls.
They got one of his balls in the Albert Hall, his mother's got the other.
Yeah.
But if they got the Todger
If they can track down the one his mother's got, they would have a complete set of Hitler's.
I'm just hoping it doesn't fall into the hands of some kind of crazed genetic scientist.
What, I could clone it from his knob?
Clone Hitler.
Back to, I don't even want to think about the future if that's the sort of way we're going.
Exactly.
If that's the sort of way we're going, Carl, I'd rather not know about it.
What do you make of it, Carl?
Weird, isn't it?
It is weird. I mean, I don't want to go on for this too long. We've probably got about a minute left for the first half hour, and I reckon should can this sort of...
What, 30 minutes of genital talk?
Just quickly,
on a Saturday afternoon?
There's one in a museum. I think it's like that London Museum.
What? One what?
Well, do you know like how people are buying weird stuff and that to put in museums?
Yeah.
There's this device that, I mean, think about it, years and years ago they used to torture people, didn't they?
Yeah.
Really badly. Mm. And the device that they've got...
There's no real good torture, but go on, I see your point.
Yeah, but this device, right, think about it, you've done something really bad years ago.
Yeah.
Right, and you're thinking, oh, what are they going to do? Do you know what I mean? Could do anything here, it could be the end for me. The device they've got is this thing that you put on your bits, as a fella, and it's sort of metal, so it means you can't sort of, get excited. It puts a stop to you, sort of...
That wasn't a torture device. I think it was a Victorian thing to stop adolescent boys wanking. They used to have things like wrist things as well with like spikes on them. It's not a torture device.
Isn't that?
Well, not really. Imagine that being captured by
no,
right, you're never getting hard on again. All right. Not really a torture device, is it?
And there wasn't that many nice looking women wandering about anyway about them, was there? You didn't get excited about stuff.
What are you talking about?
Well, they filthy, they stunk and everything back then.
What are you on about?
Right, we've covered that. No more of that talk now, right? Let's move on.
Filthy.
All Victorian women, filthy and stinky.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Bit of Rolling Stones
Yeah,
and
let's
set
go
up
for
the
it.
old songs of phrase.
Yeah.
Stones, Beast of Burden. We've not played it before. It's an absolute jam. The Rolling Stones, Beast of Burden. Can I just take this opportunity, Rick, to say to Sir Mick Jagger. Happy 60th birthday this year, Mick.
Happy 60th birthday this year.
Yeah.
Was it today?
No, I don't know.
Well, otherwise you'd be saying happy birthday to everyone every day.
No, because I don't know Mick Jagger, do I? So I'm just taking the opportunity in case he happens to be listening today to wish him a 60th. Happy 60th, or someone who knows him.
What about Brian Ferry?
How's Brian?
Well, I mean, he's got a birthday this year.
Ferry. I'm not going to wish Brian Ferry a birthday.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Well.
Silence is easy. Star Sailor on XFM 104.9. Right, it's the quiz of the week. If
you want to go out and do some shopping, this is probably a good time. And come back again for about 2:15.
But don't forget, what I will say is, even though these clues, we're going to do songs of phrase, by the way, where Karl picks out a phrase that he might have said once, tries to find words from songs to put it together. You've got to guess as many as you can, song or artist, I can't remember. But even though you might look at it and go, that's mental, I don't know any of them, you might win if you get 2 right. I mean, I think the winner last week got about 3 out of 7.
Well, I have to be honest with you, I mean, last week, Rockbusters, surprisingly, was a very, very popular quiz.
Yeah.
It just happened to be awful.
Yeah.
This one is pitiful. I mean, it's truly atrocious.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't even have a fan base. I mean, there's no one championing this one, Karl. Last week, seriously, mate, I got about
Karl's face.
7 or 8 replies.
Oh, God, that's terrible. That was like when you told a kid that you couldn't afford a Christmas present this year. Look at his face.
Yeah, he is a bit distraught.
Karl,
it's like Chris Evans' face when they said they were cancelling Girls and Boys. It's like, but I can come up with great TV game shows like that. No, you can't, Chris. Not anymore.
Oh, his little glasses slid down his nose.
I'm the guy who don't forget your toothbrush.
Yeah. All that money you owe me. No, you owe us. Oh, believe it.
All right. So, will I just play it to you and
whatever,
you
Karl?
try and work out what the phrase is?
Sorry, it's a phrase that might have once been uttered on this show.
It was said last week.
Oh, right.
All right, okay, brilliant.
All right. Here we go.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
Right, I can't hear it.
I know what that is. That's ridiculous.
What was it?
What it is it's something like, right, you're only 16, but you look 26, and the Chinese look older than they are or something, because he said that the Chinese don't age well. That is mental, Karl. It's the most convoluted, ridiculous, racist piece of material ever to be uttered on radio.
Play it again.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
That's... Okay, you're just 16 and looking all 21. That's because the Chinese look older. Karl, you've gone mental.
All right.
Oh, that is amazing. So, there you go, the well-known phrase, you're 16, looking all of 21, that's because the Chinese look older. Well-known phrase there, sweeping the nation. That'll be up there with "was up," and "shut that door." If they do a poll. Right.
Okay, play it once more. We're after the artists.
Just the artists.
Yeah.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
That's... Unbelievable.
All right, let me tell you what the prizes are. We've got, I assume this is the new album from Mower. Everyone's going crazy for Mower. I've not heard people stop talking about Mower. But there it is. We got the new album from the Webb Brothers, which might be quite good. The Polyphonic Spree album, the best dance album in the world ever, which is ideal perhaps if you're having a barbecue and you've got lots of 8-year-old children coming.
The Polyphonic Spree, I look at them and I think, well, you know, you're a pretty good band, but if that album sounds like $1 million, you're going to make that 40 quid each.
I know, it's extraordinary.
I mean...
They're the sort of indie equivalent of the So Solid crew.
Yeah, you're not going to make any money. The manager's getting 20%.
Exactly, yeah. And also on DVD, Red Dwarf Series 1. So, some absolutely barnstorming places.
And if you can identify what artist to use in this well-known racist phrase, that's because the Chinese look older.
Play it once more, Karl.
One more time.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
That's... Oh,
Ricky.Gervais at XFM.co.uk.
Play a record. This is radio.
Panic, the Smiths on XFM 104.9. Well, we've done the first half hour, which is mainly genital related. Then we've kicked in with some racism. You have to guess what artist.
It seems appropriate at this juncture just to mention something that's in the paper today. Dominic Mohan, I know you're a big fan, and as am I. He is just writing about the demise of Radio 1, or as he perceives it, and talking about the Radio 1 breakfast show, and apparently it's lost lots of listeners. And he says, talking of the BBC, it must act swiftly to replace Sarah Cox and look to exciting and inspirational figures like Jonathan Ross, Anne and Dec, Johnny Vaughan, or Ricky Gervais to try and save Radio 1.
He's right.
I mean,
He's right.
Has he ever heard this show? What is he talking about? All those other acts, they're dynamite. I can't genuinely. That's someone who said I quite like Ricky Gervais show, but he can't have listened. I mean, can you imagine what we just played? Or in fact, can you imagine the last 50 minutes on Radio 1 on the breakfast show?
Well, we can pre-record it though, so I wouldn't have to get up early.
Sure.
That's not your point, is it?
That's not really
No, your point is the quality of what we're doing, not how early it is. Sure. Get it.
What would you provide though, Ricky, do you think, if you went to Radio 1? What sort of, because I mean, obviously...
Wank, oops. I can do all that.
Because I mean, obviously our time at XFM is going to basically...
I'd be the furry shreddy.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd get that.
Would you have some wacky catchphrases?
I think I would.
You'd bring back Holy Fook, presumably.
Holy fuck, yeah. Oh, ding dong. Oh, hello, it's my little Chinese neighbour. Hello, what's your name? My name is Holy Fuck. Hello. Look at Carl, he's just going, oh,
I don't know why you didn't even do the Chinese accent, that's all.
Well, that'd be racist.
Okay, sure.
I mean, yeah,
Sure.
it's just, his name's Holy Fuck, and there's nothing
wrong with
funny about that.
that. So yeah, you'd have that. You'd have crazy comedy characters. You'd probably have some wacky quizzes.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Dirty Old Queer. Hello.
No, I'm not. He's a new character to me. I'm quite excited. He sounds very modern and contemporary.
Yeah.
A new spin on an old idea.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit more.
Oh, wow, he's an actor, isn't he? And,
Right.
and he likes to, teak it up.
All right, well, that's just, if anyone from Radio 1 is listening, and they've listened to Dominic Mohan in the paper, they thought, yes, you're right, we need some new blood at Radio 1. Ricky Gervais has got a myriad of comedy characters.
Yeah. Whack, oops. I can do sound
You
effects.
can do sound effects.
So-
you can probably do funny voices like Chris Moyles, couldn't you?
Yeah. Wow. Not as good, but I mean, I can...
What about comedy songs like Moyles?
Again, not as good, but I mean...
Do you remember when Moyles rather hilariously changed the words of This Is My Moment by Martin McCutcheon to This Is My Motor?
We listened to it though, didn't we?
Unbelievable.
I mean, when he was doing a competition, this was pathetic, wasn't it? We were listening to Radio 1 once on our site, and I don't know why, we just wanted to, I think it was research, wasn't it, for the office?
Yeah.
And he was doing this, he had to phone in with...
We were listening to idiots. And
No, I'm not saying that. And he was doing this competition, you had to call in with some songs that are golf related. And people were phoning up going, drive the cars. He was going, drive the cars, good. And I was on that phone, I must have wasted about 40 quid, and I wanted to get through and go, hello, Chris, it's not Milesy, yeah. Derek here, I got one. Oh, go on then, Derek, what is it? Something like Spandau Ballet with golf cart and that. And I just wanted to, and I waited. And just, I thought the joke's on us.
Yeah.
I waited my phone bill just to say something stupid. Oh dear.
Oh.
His show's better than this.
Yeah, anyway, if you've got any hilarious golf-related song titles that you'd like to email in...
What's the number?
Oh, let them email in.
Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk. What would a song title be if perhaps we were doing something about, I don't know, air travel?
Yeah.
If you've got any crazy ideas, email in. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah. Brilliant. I've got a thought of another golf one.
Okay.
You know, Duran Duran? Something down the fairway or something, if they wrote that. Alright?
Girls on the putting green?
Yeah.
Or something?
Alright?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Have you introduced you? My name's Holy Fuck. I'm Dirty Old Queer. I could do all that. Ding dong, whack, oops. Elbow. Fallen Angel. See, they're the odd one out, you see, because of what they're like and who they are and how successful they are, I can imagine saying, will you please welcome to the stage, Elbow.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't have. On paper, I'd have thought that was
a terrible band name.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. There are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Boomtown Rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'd have thought that was I mean, I think it is a bad name.
It is a bad name.
But you can't imagine it
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bad name. So call in if you've got email addresses and let's call in with funny observations on life and shit. So, well, it's going well, isn't it? That's halfway through. Well, that's Carl, what do you think?
Yeah, it's been all right. It's been all right.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of bases.
We haven't taught them anything.
Not taught them anything. No, we taught them to tune into a different station.
Yeah, I think Heart 106.2 is probably picking up a few of our listeners as we speak.
Yeah.
Who's on at the moment?
Don't know. Doesn't matter on there, does it? They just sort of...
Don't slag them off.
No, I'm not slagging them off. I'm just saying I don't think... You tune in because you want to hear Simply Red and that, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, they play other great stuff as well.
Magic is the one that I love, because I only ever listen to it in a cab.
Yeah.
If I'm in a mini cab.
Good, that's good. That is a good station.
But Magic is dynamite. But I know on Magic, the DJs have got like 5-hour shifts. It's incredible. They're all...
And they do read their own news.
I know. It's like they've cut out any expenditure on that channel. It's just some old records, and one guy has to go on for 5 hours, read his own news, his own travel. There's nothing else.
I saw a bloke struggling once. He sort of wants to be a bit of a sort of comedian, and he does one link. It's sort of one 15-second link between each record. Goes, that's Celine Dion. There's a story in the paper again that people were late for work on the Underground because there was leaves on the track. Just wondering if leaves are ever late for work because there's people on the track. It's Simply Red. Oh, bless him.
I still think he's got to come up with them for like 5 hours.
He's been sweating. Before I was going, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself.
It's almost finished.
Thing in the story about war on Iraq. Imagine if I can't do this anymore. I can't imagine
if humans become extinct.
With leaves.
Dinosaurs would still
I
around.
don't know what I'm doing.
Look at Carl's face when I said that.
The man moth.
Yeah.
They've cloned a man moth.
No, but that's the sort of thing I think we need now, right? We've covered a lot of stuff.
What, education?
Teaching, yeah.
Well, okay, what do you want to know?
Don't know.
Have you got something? Can you educate us on anything?
I've been reading bits
So
and
could we
bobs.
bring back just for one night only, educating Ricky?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah? Do you think it warrants that?
I don't know enough about it. Do you know what I mean?
About what?
It sounds perfect. Play the jingle.
Educating Ricky. He's getting smarter.
A couple of things happened in the week that I read about.
Okay.
Keeping up on what's going on in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
One was about that Galileo fella.
Okay.
Was it about 1636? Was it?
I think it might have been
not
earlier.
bad.
Go on.
Did some stuff with light and that.
Yeah, he did lots of physical experiments, yeah.
Is that it then, Carl, is it? He did some stuff with light and that.
What did he do with light? What was that?
Well, I think he invented the first...
Telescope.
Telescope. So I think it's a particular lens, though, and he did experiments where he dropped famously two different weighted balls from Pisa, and they hit the ground at the same time, showing that it doesn't matter, the weight doesn't matter, air resistance does, and stuff like that.
I think he probably explained it a bit better than that.
Yeah, but I'm talking to Carl.
Sure.
Did they need to know
He's
stuff?
just thinking about pizza.
Yeah.
Did they need to know stuff like that back then?
What do you mean, did they need to know stuff like that? It's just...
There weren't people going around going, I've got to drop these two things off the bleeding tower of pizza. I just don't know which one's going to land first.
Yeah, I need to know. Why do you need to
Bring
know
me
that?
Galileo.
Yeah.
It's for a bet.
Yeah.
No, but if I was knocking about then, I'd be like, stop messing with that. We need a telly. Or, do you know what I mean?
I bet he thinks the Flintstones is real.
I know.
That'd be brilliant. That's what I'd do if I was a caveman. I'd make a telly out of rock.
Yeah.
And a pelican
And a
as
car
a
that I
cement
just
mixer.
ran along the road with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need a car.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't really got the internal combustion engine. Can you stick your feet through the bottom? Yeah, just get me a car, for Christ's sake.
Anyway, so I learned that. And then,
What?
He learned his name.
Yeah.
Other people I learned the
Brilliant.
name of this week.
Oh, if a chimp could watch telly. Go on, Carl, go on.
and there was also a fella in the week who said that women shouldn't be wearing trousers
Why?
because they don't look good in them.
Right, and who was this man and from what era did he-
French fella. Last week,
Did he mean walk around naked?
he just said women should wear skirts rather than trousers because no woman looks good in a pair of pants.
Right. How old was he?
Just probably about 67.
Uh-huh.
About that, 67, 68.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't happy with that. What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
These are the only things that have caught your eye over the last couple of weeks. This is the entire news.
Galileo did something with light. A French fella said women shouldn't wear trousers. See, that to me wouldn't pass as education.
It's not education.
I don't know where you could ever use that. I don't know when that would ever be applicable to life.
I just like reading stuff that sort of reminds me of. Do you know what I mean? If I read it and it gets me thinking, I think that's a good little piece.
But I mean, but surely can't you just sort of like sit near something that vibrates to keep your brain going, or shake your head every now and again? I mean, what does this do? You mean it makes you start using your brain?
But what aspect of a Frenchman said women shouldn't wear trousers got your mind working? What questions were you asking?
Because I thought that's a bit daft, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it ends there with me. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else for me to go on that.
He closes
your mind's still whirring.
Yeah, go on. What do you think? Let's go through this. Oh, I wish we could download his thoughts.
I know.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great, like a DVD?
Cartoon.
Imagine that extra footage on the Office DVD.
Yeah, Carl's brain.
That would be
With a
amazing.
commentary.
With a commentary. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in, on right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right? Rough. She's the one.
She was, or the estate?
She was, right?
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Now, we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we covered. I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea
need to
on,
know.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, she used to wear leggings. Now, they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo persuasion...
Were they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings. Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think
Yeah,
we described her as.
Looked like a light bulb, which
It
was
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. They keep on flame.
Yeah.
She used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. She used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
Right, she used to do that. But
What was she, an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right.
Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What
right?
do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she
No,
had
it
big
was
eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
What do you mean popular things? They didn't
people
go,
have
they go, oh, I say, well, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things around where I grew up. People had big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads. You got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken, but on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the
And
leggings.
that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still at the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, I'm going round to Dave's house.
Yeah.
And
Or
to
Drew
say,
Pig,
well,
as you call it.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car, because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes
Make
open.
sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
but it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverse.
No. Alright. XFM. Muse, time is running out on XFM 104.9.
Just a couple of emails just to update you on what's coming in here.
Go on.
Natasha has emailed us. She says that she's of Chinese origin, and at 27, she often got mistaken for 24. So your notion that Chinese people don't age well is obviously factually incorrect.
Yeah, well, we didn't need... Thank you for saying, but I mean, honestly, trust us, Natasha, we didn't need you to tell us that. We know Karl is talking absolute nonsense.
Wait till you get to 30.
Oh dear, no, this is quite a nice email from Paul. He says, let Karl know that I have a Chinese friend called Oi. Imagine the confusing and amusing situations we get into.
We're out and about in busy Soho.
Does his surname come here?
Lightning wit from Karl.
Wait
That's nice.
till you're 30.
Yeah, I know.
Brilliant.
But no, actually, we've had a surprising response to Songs of Phrase this week, despite the fact everyone has agreed that it's racialist. But nevertheless had a go. So keep your answers coming in, because we may as well.
You're a hit, Karl. You're a hit. What, have we still got monkey news?
Yeah, that's still coming up.
Yeah.
Later on.
We're not doing Cheeky Freak of the Week anymore. We're not.
No.
No.
Don't want to upset people and that.
Sure.
But there is a good freaky programme on this week.
Go on.
I think it's on Channel 4.
Yeah.
Got a woman with a big head on it.
No, I think it's BBC Two.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright, well, look
Unless
out
there's
for that.
two on, because that'll be a great week for you, wouldn't it?
Brilliant. Won't be coming out.
Is that the one when you said... Go on, say what you said when you saw it.
The woman with the head
Yeah.
just said it looks like a cartoon.
I just think...
That's so mean. I don't want to discuss
No,
that.
it's not mean.
It is mean, Karl.
Again, Steve, if we were in a restaurant and I'm arranging to meet her, and I said to the guy on the door, I'm meeting, Lisa, or whatever her name is, yeah?
Right.
What does he look like? Well, looks like a cartoon. I'll be over there. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he'll get mixed up.
What would you say about me and Steve again? If you were meeting us?
No, it just starts getting nasty, doesn't it?
I'm meeting Karl Pilkington. We're very busy. What does he look like? He looks like Charlie Brown grew up. He's got a complete little round bald head, and he's got a gormless look on his face. He's over there, mate.
Yeah.
All right, that's starting the ball rolling for you, Karl. I love that it's okay to say what you like about people. If you go, yeah, but if I was looking for her in a restaurant,
I know, but...
yeah.
And why have you arranged to go on a date with this woman?
Be a good night out.
For her or for you?
Well, I'd like to have a chat with her. You know what I mean? Just find out what worries her, and do you know what I mean? Because some girls worry
People
about
like you.
things, like
Yeah.
their hair being a mess and that.
Yeah.
With her, it's like, at least see your problems. Do you know what I mean?
Fine, alright, well let's move on, mate. We're not doing Cheeky Freak of the Week anymore.
No.
Let's do something nice. Let's talk nicely about things.
What's happened nice in the world, Karl? What do you like in the world? When you get up, when you go, oh, that was a brilliant day, What do you do when you go, oh, that was brilliant? We had a nice game of snooker. You like snooker, don't you? I mean, you and Steve played snooker last week.
Yeah, but things are always ruined. Do you know what I mean? I might be having a nice time having a game of snooker, and then, we're having a proper battle, and I'm trying to concentrate on taking a shot, and then you'll say things like, look at his little monkey hand. And I'm going for the black. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or maybe I'll say, I'm just going to the toilet. Yeah. And then one of you will follow me in and peer over the door.
Oh, yeah! Tell that one. That was when you were actually in a cubicle sitting down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Steve Merchant's head appeared and went, all right. And you went, what if that wasn't it? Oh, that was great.
Doing a George Michael on me.
That is one of the benefits of being very tall.
You can look over.
You can look over the stalls into lavatories.
It looked like a giraffe house. You're sitting down there and you look up, right? And he's peering over the top.
Oh, the fun we have.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
But anything intelligent.
It's like the monkeys. We are like the monkeys, aren't we, us three? I wanted to write a thing for the darkness. I want to write like the new monkeys.
Like a TV show.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay. Well, if they're listening, or their radio show, record company are listening, or their manager, big fan of the Darkness, my favourite.
Hang on, don't make a promise like that.
No, my favourite band at the moment. We'll do a pilot. Them and the Monkeys.
Don't make
running
that
round,
promise.
speed it up. They can have their songs in it. They can write songs specially for us.
What if they can't
And it's them. They can act. They just act themselves running round. We're getting people like Henry, McGee and that to come in and sort of be the actors. And, all those posh actors that appear in Ali G and that.
It sounds like a lot of hard work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, forget it.
Knock it on the head.
Yeah, let's play Radiohead. Radiohead. and Let Down off OK Computer on XFM 104.9. Right, let's think of some nice stuff then.
Annoyed I was yesterday.
Go on.
Just got off the train, and guy comes up to me and he says, "Excuse me, can you spare some change? I'm from Liverpool and I'm homeless." And I was so angry. I was in a bad mood anyway, and I just wanted to say to him, well, there's your mistake. Go back to Liverpool. That's why you're homeless. You're in London.
Well, he might have been homeless in Liverpool and thought...
Well, why'd you come down here?
Well, where would you rather be homeless? Liverpool or London?
Well, Algarve.
Well, no, but I mean, I'd certainly... Do you know what I mean?
But just, why am I supposed to say I'm from Liverpool and I'm homeless? Why is that supposed to be a persuading factor? Just annoyed me. I thought there's enough problems here already.
He's going for a double sympathy vote.
Yeah.
I'm homeless and I'm a Liverpoolian.
He could have just said I'm from Liverpool. I'd have given him some change. Guy he was from Manchester once. I gave him my sandwich.
Yeah.
There's a thing the other night, right? They do this programme. It's only on in London, so if you listen out of London, you won't know about it. But it's about Oxford Street, right? And
about all the thieving that goes
it's
on.
It's like
stuff.
thieving.
Yeah.
Drug problems in the streets and that.
Yeah.
What gets on people's nerves? Those people with the boards, golf sale and all that. And there's this bit that concentrated on the homeless problem, right? And he said, this fella looks after the homeless. He goes up to him, says, "How are you doing? Are you hungry? Do you need food and that?" He said, a lot of people worry about the homeless, but we do try and look after them. And the Salvation Army were there, and they said, and this is where they can come if they need anything, if they need any food or any clothes, if the shoes are worn out. And they said, "Oh, can we have a look at that?" Right? So they go in this little room where all the clothes are, and they go, and there's like a load of jumpers for them in the winter in the cold. And the camera sort of pans across a load of ties.
Right.
For the homeless.
What?
Ties.
Ties for the homeless?
For around the neck, like, to look smart.
No, they use them as belts. I've seen a lot.
Or as a lead for their dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about, ties?
That's what they did. They said, here's the room with all the stuff in it. Right? Jumpers for the homeless. Jumpers, shirts, trainers. And you got a load of ties. Nobody wanted one.
Some evening dress. And they got a formal function.
Any cravats? No, where's the cummerbunds?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of being homeless outside the Royal Albert Hall tonight.
Yeah.
That's where the real pickings are.
I'm breaking in the back door of the Savoy this evening.
Oh, dear.
Another charity thing that I was reading about the other day that they're doing.
Do they give them trainers? Because I've seen a lot of tramps with new trainers, and I think there must be like equivalent of a soup kitchen where they get shoes, because that's it must be, yeah. Otherwise, that's weird, isn't it? You blow any money, you beg all day and get a nice new pair of Nike. Yeah, no, don't waste it on clothes. Get some tenants. Get some, special brew. That's the best value. Go on.
Some smack.
Go on.
If you've got a lot of worries, you see on the street.
Little starter bag.
Take your mind off it.
Yeah, I know.
Take your mind off it.
Yeah.
But that's weird you say that, because, a trainer's the most important thing, because, all the problems in Africa.
Sure.
Right? A lot of problems going on there.
Yeah.
The other day, they're asking for people to send their spectacles to Africa.
Right.
Would you be happy if you were over there and, you're hungry and that? And then they say, here you go.
Well, yeah, but it must be for a reason. I don't think
they've got bad eyes and that.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think they go round. It's not like when you see those things on Live Aid and there's people dying but they're putting specs on them.
No, I think that's what it is.
No, it's not, Carl. They sort out food and medication before they put a little pair of specs on the lads.
That isn't how it came across in the advert.
I think they probably walk hand in hand. The people handing out the food are also, walking alongside guys with the specs, and they're handing them out as well.
But what have they got to look at?
What?
They don't own anything. They'll realise how bad everything is. God, it's rubbish here, isn't it? I tell you, I try and help out the world. I've joined a little charity thing. They pay me £5 a month.
Yeah.
I'm all up for helping.
Yeah.
But sometimes you think, what can we do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What can we do?
Okay, what can we do?
We can't do anything.
Okay.
Play
a record.
We were talking about the debt the other day. I was reading up on the amount of debt that South Africa are in and that, and it's just that's without any shops. Do you know what I mean? If they had shops to spend the money on, there'd be murder.
That's third world debt isn't because they bought too many smeg fridges from us. It's shopping. Look, who's been shopping? I have. Oh, well, you've gone over the top. You're on a budget now.
Yeah.
You're getting nothing but grain and blankets for the next year because you go mental. Who
just spent £1 billion in Dixon's?
Oh, God.
Forthcoming single from The Thrills, that's called Santa Cruz.
On XFM 104.9.
We were just talking about people who do good work, wandering up and down Oxford Street, giving stuff to the homeless and thing. And I was at they have a little kind of music festival back in my hometown of Bristol, periodically in the summer. They can never really attract any decent acts, but, we support
Not
it
even
anyway.
Portishead?
No, they never tricky. No. I think that, this year it was Robert Plant, who sang lots of old blues covers, and people were quite bored until he played Whole Lot of Love at the end, and then we sort of went, you should have done all the old Led Zeppelin, stop playing all this other nonsense we're not interested in.
So I always set this for next time.
Yeah.
Robert, no.
But I was just snuck off into the woods for, a waz, because I'm quite rock and roll like that, and I was passing, and these are a group of people, and I've always thought they never get enough praise, enough credit, and I genuinely, and I mean this entirely sincerely, I really do, I'm not taking the mick at all, but the St. John's Ambulance people, they're absolutely blinding because they all look like nerds. I mean, they all look like because they're normally kind of fat women or kind of blokes.
I think you're doing very well for their new recruitment campaign.
Well,
so
I was going to say,
I think you're selling it to people who
this
want to
is my
join.
point, Rick, is that they've not changed the uniforms in 40 years. It's normally, it's normally the kind of the nerds from your school who went into it or whatever. It's kind of old people. I saw them, they were all sat around in this little area. No one was, nobody just sat around, they were bored, they weren't really enjoying the music. And I thought, look at that, they're not that fat kid. I pointed them out to my mate. I said, see that fat one over there in the uniform?
With the glasses and the hairbrush forward.
Hairbrush forward, the kind of blue navy jumper.
Satchel?
There's a little satchel, yeah. He is never going to get off with a girl, probably until he's 30. And even then
it gets to loosen clothes.
And even then it's because he's giving mouth to mouth to her.
Yeah.
Right, and I thought, he's never going to get anything. And I'll tell you this, all these trendy young girls walking around in their kind of, cool summer gear, in their trendy tie-dye and the like, I'll tell you, when one of them, takes something that's a little bit dodgy that they bought off some guy with dreads, right? And then they're desperate for him and they zip in there. Oh, quick, my friend's, passing out. She's had a funny turn. And he's straight there with his water and his medication. Oh yeah, they need him then, but he doesn't get any action the rest of the time. And that's what annoyed me about it. I thought, they're doing a bloody good job. They turn up at sports events, at festivals. No one gives them the time of day. You never hear any good praise about them. And they're there, sat there.
Steve.
Hot or cold.
Tell me the truth now. Did you join the St. John's Ambulance last week to get some birds?
Got no action.
Really?
I had no action. And I've been passing some dodgy E's around all the festivals.
By the way, your dreads are awful. You can see they're fake.
They're made out of newspaper.
They're awful. You really do look an idiot.
But seriously, I'm all joking aside, I genuinely wanted to give some massive props. If I could give some big ups to the St. John's people, because I genuinely, without any joking, I genuinely think they do a brilliant job.
Could I just say how good I think the Salvation Army are? Because you see those elderly ladies with surgical supports, a lot of them, all look like Thor Herd.
Yep. Well, that's a prerequisite to get into that particular army.
And they play that bloody tambourine, rain or shine. And they are just, all they're trying to do is, save you from burning in hell. And they don't get any respect.
Of the Salvation Army, do they, would they have to get called off?
Yeah, they'd be, it'd be the Gurkhas first, then all the regulars, then the TAs. I think then it's sort of like police,
lifeguards,
down to I think AA, and then it's the Salvation Army.
Right.
We send in the Salvation Army. Obviously, if we lost a lot of casualties,
sure.
And they're the last to go.
Yeah, but they are all highly trained, aren't they? All those old women, they can kill a man.
Yeah,
with a single blow.
Yeah. So good to them. Good to the John's Ambulance. Good to Salvation Army. Big up.
But I think we should just, if I might introduce a new feature every week, let's just give some props. Let's just give some massive respect to someone who doesn't get enough respect.
Yeah. Who doesn't get enough respect? Who's done a blinding job? Mother Teresa. She's
gone now. She's gone. She won't be listening anyway.
Who's the best person there is? Who's the best person there is? I'll tell you what. I'm going to call either Carol Vorderman or Esther Anson and say who's the best one you've ever met that did something.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll heap praise upon them next week.
Yeah.
Great.
What?
I just don't like, They know they're doing a good job.
Right.
If I did that job, I want a pat on the back.
You wouldn't need a pat on the back.
And people are starting to, you know, it's like Carol Vorderman. I like her. She's all right. She does a good job. But now that Better Homes, they only tend to turn up at people who have had problems. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, you can have a new kitchen.
Okay, wait. Come on, what do you mean?
No, it used to start off and it's like...
I haven't seen Better Homes. What is Better Homes?
They go around and do someone's house up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But then they get a bit of bad news. And Carol thinks, I'll cheer them up, I'll give them a new kitchen.
Yeah.
And it annoys me because if you haven't had bad news, it doesn't mean you're not worth a new kitchen.
Did you send in an application?
Yeah. You say that I'm bald, I'm from Manchester.
Well, if you'd written that, they'd have rushed round.
Yeah. What do you mean? What they say, so-and-so's had a bad year, his mum died, he lost his leg, and all he's ever wanted is a chaise longue and a hostess trolley.
And the annoying thing is, right, they might not be the ones who write in, it might be a neighbour.
Yeah.
But they also get something sorted out for them.
Really?
So even though the neighbours had a bit of bad news, they go, I'll cash in on this one. I'll send a letter into old Carol, tell her that, Mum's passed away.
Yeah.
I'll get a new conservatory sorted.
Sure.
And sometimes the neighbour gets a better deal than the person who... Do you know what I mean? The person who's had a bit of bad news gets like a new little kitchen, whatever. Neighbour next door,
Leave the
conservatory.
kitchen, let it go, Carl.
New decking in the
You had to pay for your own
garden.
kitchen.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Is it all done now, the kitchen?
kitchen sorted, bathroom needs
You had trouble with the grouting, didn't you?
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh no, we got to do. Oh look, play a record. We got to do the results, and then we got to do Monkey News.
Could we quickly do the results?
Well, you say we've got to do the results. There's not people hanging on for them.
Let's do it. Just knock it out there before.
Well, let's play a tune. Let's come out and do it.
Eddie and the Hot Rods, yeah, surely. Eddie and the Hot Rods, do anything you want to do. That's uplifting, isn't it?
Oh,
the drumming, brilliant. Takes me back all the way back to 1978 on XFM 104.9.
What were you doing? What are your memories?
I was actually probably dancing around miming the drums to that in my bedroom. In fact, I remember...
Were you nude?
No. I remember, I think I had that one on a single, but I'd got it from an old jukebox, so it didn't have a middle.
Sure.
Right, I think they're called dinked, right? And so I had to line it up really carefully, and sometimes by the end it would just slightly go out where the record was moving. Well, I just had to... Interesting anecdote there.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
What a lovely insight.
Since you were asking me what I was doing 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Carl, quick, the results, then Monkey News. I need some Monkey News, but I need the results first. Right, play it again and give the answers. Here we go.
Songs of
Competition.
phrase.
Songs of phrase?
Name the artist.
Name the artist.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of
Hue and Cry.
That's... Who's that?
Hang on. It's not our fault.
Well, that's Philip Bailey again. That's too little.
Right, it was...
That was Roxette. The Look.
Yeah. Right, we had Hue and Cry, started it off.
Yeah.
16. That was Dean Martin. Because Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
Because Chinese Philip Bailey.
Philip Bailey, that's second outing he's had. Last one we used him for Chinese, where there was a hairy Chinese kid. He's never got so many royalties being used in racist game shows. Brilliant.
Then Roxette and finishing with George Michael.
Oh dear.
So
brilliant. Who's the winner?
Well, the winner, actually, it looks to me like he's got all of them here, from Bognor Regis. It's Stuart Birch. Well done, Stuart, and you get that bag of tat.
Bognor Regis.
Yep.
Oh,
just need his
takes me
address
back as well.
Yeah, if you just email in your address, Stuart, and you can have those goodies. If you're not interested, don't bother.
Steve. Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News.
Okay, monkey-related news from Karl Pilkington.
Right. Do you know the monkey that went into space?
Yeah.
Yep.
It happened in 1958.
Right.
Now you know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did he do next?
What did the monkey do next?
Yeah.
One appearance on Celebrity Squares and it was like forgotten.
Right.
Cut a novelty record.
Yeah, just like Rick Waller.
I'll tell you what happened. He got back and all that.
He got back. Heroes welcome.
NASA sort of said, you did a good job. And that's where a lot of people think it all ended.
Sure.
Yeah.
But NASA were like, well, hang on a minute. We spent a lot of time. We've trained him up and stuff. So he's like, he's saying, sure, I've learned a lot. I've still got it all. I've kept it all. I know what to do. So they said, right, we'll use you. So he turned into like a bit of a trainer at NASA.
We want to send you out on the top of an organ.
Yeah. Put on this little bellhop out there.
Can you smoke fags?
Yeah.
I'll have a go.
So they were getting in new monkeys. The main man at NASA was saying, can you teach these the sound? He's going, of course I can. Do you know what I mean? I remember it all. I know what's going on. I'll tell them what buttons to press, what to do in emergencies, that sort of thing. It was technically sort of employed by the army,
Right,
Because
can I just fit in here? I don't know the story, Carl, and I might embarrass myself here. You've got an army of people out there that will probably send me an equally deranged email from a different website, but I'm pretty sure when they sent the monkey into space, it was to monitor his physiology. He didn't press any buttons or learn to dock or take off. It was just the effects of weightlessness and space on basically a primate. I'm pretty sure he was tied in with electrodes to his head. So, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be proved.
But even if that were the case, and he had learned to press one or two very basic buttons.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Even if it were the case, I'm pretty certain they wouldn't have brought him back to train up Neil Armstrong.
Right, definitely. Go on.
Going, Neil, what are you going to say when you come out there?
Yeah.
I was thinking of just saying, hello, I'm on the moon.
Hello, it's made of cheese. Don't say that.
Don't
What
say
about, I've noticed that you got little legs, right? But mankind stepped forward. Well, how can I put that?
I was just going to say, hello, I'm on the moon. It's great to be here. Wish you were here.
I've got to think so.
Hi, Mum.
Yeah, go on.
Anyway, basically, he got back. They sorted him out with a nice pension. He was happy. Because of, like, the rank that he got, he was like, he had loads of medals and stuff. He said, right, we'll make him a colonel. He got that. Like I say, he got a pension. That was the end. He died in 1969. He was buried with his wife. He passed away.
His wife. I'm sure it just goes on to a different website about something completely different. And
You're talking about Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah. His page is missing. Oh dear.
So,
well, Carl, if someone could call in. Did they train Leica the dog to sort of dock and re-entry?
He never made it back, did he, Leica?
They didn't bother. They didn't even bother.
They didn't bother bringing him back.
They just sent him up there, and they didn't have technology to bring him back. And they just went, yeah, that's brilliant. Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
really?
Yeah. What do you think of that, Carl? Rubbish, isn't it?
Sort of brought it down a bit. But
But the little monkey made a colonel. Hero. Big hero. What was he in? What craft was he in? Sputnik.
Just hang on a minute. He was in Jupiter AM.
Yeah.
Let me see that piece of paper.
Yeah, I can guarantee there's nothing there about his training other than let's hope he's not sick on the control panel when we shoot him up at 400 Gs. Oh dear. I love the fact that you think that this monkey was a high... Do you know what I mean? When you think of these things that are less than a monkey's face, do you think of the Planet of the Apes? Like they're sort of talking... sort of chimps and gorillas, and they're in tunics on horseback with snub-nosed rifles. What do you think of?
Just a little monkey getting on with it. He knows his job, he knows what he's got to do, he gets on with it.
Look, he's pressed the button. Watch him press the button. This takes me back. Do you remember 1965, I think it was?
We're going to use him to train other DJs.
That's it then.
Goodbye.
Thanks. Cheers.
Really? What other ideas have you got? Have you got any other ideas, Carl? Because you've got another hour, but have you got anything at all?
I've got that feature Educating Ricky, which is a bit of a play on words as well. Right? Do you know the film, Steve?
Educating Rita.
Yeah.
I see what you've done. Go on.
I'm doing that, and I teach Ricky stuff.
What do you teach me, Carl?
Well, I've got a few different topics.
Go on.
Do you know like how you taught me about Hitler and Che Guevara and Winston Churchill? Mm-hmm. I'm going to come in with topics every week, and this week I've got
ghosts.
Hanging bacon is one of the topics.
Say that again.
Hanging bacon.
Hanging bacon.
All the titles.
Francis Bacon.
No, all the titles are sort of named to sort of tease you and get you more interested in it.
Hanging bacon. Well, you've certainly intrigued.
Go on. What's another title one?
Hairy Chinese Kid.
I'd go for that one.
If there was a university degree with that title.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go for Hairy Chinese Kid,
And
I think.
the final one, Alien Gives Man a Beard.
Right.
Alien gives man a beard.
I am going to burst. Right, listen, Carl, you've got to tell me. Right, so first, let's do it in reverse order.
We're not going to do it now anyway.
What do you mean? We've got to do it now. This is the first interesting thing you've said in an hour. Okay, the listeners have just been subjected to rubbish and mistakes and everything for the last 6 months. Please, we've got to do Alien Gives Man a Beard. What is that? Tell us that.
Right.
Sorry, this is just you telling me something, is it? This feature is you telling me something.
Well, teaching you something. Educating Ricky. Huh?
So are we playing it now? We're already into this feature. Well into this feature, are we?
Yeah, I suppose we are, yeah.
Should there not be a jingle or something?
Yeah, can we have a
There's no
jingle?
point, because look, I come up with ideas and you dismiss them straight away, so I'm not wasting my time making stuff.
Right.
If you don't like
well, okay,
it.
let's play Educating Ricky.
Right.
Brilliant. Go. Right.
Right, so-
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Educating Ricky.
Right, what are we going for then? Hanging the bacon, airy Chinese kid, alien gives man a beard.
I think Alien gives man a bit.
I'd like to do that.
Right, there's this fella, I think it happened in America, and he saw a bright light in the sky. And,
God, if you're bored.
and he stood there,
This is a true story, is it?
yeah, he stood there,
Yes, of course it isn't, Steve.
and he saw this bright light, and it came closer and closer, and it was a UFO, right?
Yep.
And he looked at it, and it disappeared, right? And he gets back in his car,
He looks in the mirror.
and he looks in the mirror.
Yep.
He's only got a beard,
He hasn't.
Are you sure it wasn't someone else who got in the car and he was still standing out there?
right?
What?
And it turned out,
Yeah.
he got home and said to his wife or his girlfriend, it's a bit weird. So I just got out of the car to look at a bright light, and I got back in the car and I grew a beard, and she said, never mind your beard, where have you been for 3 days? And what had happened is,
He passed out because he was pissed.
no, the UFO had taken him for 3 days,
Yeah.
but he'd only thought that he'd only looked at it and it went away.
Yeah.
But what had happened is, he took him and
Yeah.
he grew a beard because he hasn't had a shave.
Right, okay. I mean, was Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones anything to do with this at all? Did you see this on a video maybe and thought it was an educational film?
No, it's from a book that some kind person sent in to me. Here.
Can I just ask again? Just again. I'm just throwing this right back at you. Do you think there's any other possible answer here? Right? A man is absent for 3 days from home.
He's grown a
length
beard.
of time that it could take to grow a beard, lest we forget. What if he hadn't actually seen a bright light in the sky?
What if he was
he'd been
lying? What if
drunk?
he was lying?
He'd got knocked unconscious. He'd had a car crash.
Just
any
lying.
number of other
No,
things.
just lying.
Or he was just lying.
Yeah, he'd been on a bender, getting pissed for 3
Yeah,
days
and that
with
was
his
his
mates.
excuse to his wife.
And they went, Dennis, what are you going to tell your wife?
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
He's not going to believe I was out with you, lads.
Just say you're only away for a minute. No, I wasn't away from it because of the beard. Oh yeah, look, it looks like you've been out for 3 days. Well, we have. That's
Exactly.
right. Okay, we've got to cover that then. Alien abduction.
Great one.
Okay, let's try that.
Do you see? That's a little scenario there that could have been played out.
So, when you say educating Ricky, what have I learnt from this? Never listen to you again. That's all I've learnt so far. Never listen to you.
Yeah, we'll add a little bit more in here, right? To
Well,
spice this
no.
up.
What do you mean? Add a little bit more.
We'll add a bit more to this what I'm educating you about,
Go on.
right? There's only a law in America that says if you touch a UFO, you're going to get done. Now, why would they make a rule? I don't know that. Do you know, like all their rules have a code?
Carl, I genuinely do not know what you're talking about.
Right? Do you know, like how here they might have?
Do you know
I
what?
have no idea.
Right,
Okay.
Do you know, like over here?
I'm listening to Capital and New Tech. I got Foxy on today.
Right, let's bin that.
No way, it's great. No,
I want to hear about airy Chinese kid.
let's play a tune. And
Okay,
then come
play a
back with
tune.
Harry
Come back with
Chinese
Chinese
Kid.
kid, definitely.
Some doors.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just thought I'd go back,
Oh.
take it back to the 60s. This is a tune that a friend of mine sent
If
me.
you touch a UFO, you get done.
Soul Kitchen from the Doors.
Shambles today. This.
David Bowie, Slow Burn. Yeah. Quite a Eno trilogy
Yeah,
feel
not bad
about
at
it.
all, yeah.
Lodger
Is it
and
a
sort
new
of
tune?
low type. Yeah, but yeah.
Enjoyable.
Now, okay. That's stressful, isn't it? I think we've got things working now. We've had people coming in and out, just shaking their head, going, "Shouldn't have bought that desk." But it's all sorted now, I think. And
You notice how it took about
What?
25 minutes for them to come down as well, though? Do you feel like we're maybe quite low in the pecking order in the building?
Definitely.
You know, it's like Capital First, Capital Gold. They can shoot off to other sort of pirate stations.
Yeah.
People's car radios, then they come back here.
Oh dear. Oh, I had a job at Richard Sounds.
Yeah.
Light fitting was buzzing. Now, but we've got. Thanks for staying, listening. Right, okay. Educating Ricky. What have we got? Airy Chinese kid. Go on.
Right, yeah. This is the. I didn't want to do this.
What do you want to do it?
Well, I wanted to give you three, and I gave you one. It was like the alien man gets a beard or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
which was total rubbish. So this one should be better, maybe.
Hairy Chinese kid. Right, well, we've talked about airy people in the past.
True enough.
Haven't we?
Yeah.
you know, the little kids who grew up in woods and hung around with wolves and that.
Yeah, again, you're confusing it. Yeah, they're not. There were some people that were born very hirsute. They were not the people who were brought up with wolves. You just put that together in your Homer Simpson type mind.
Right. Well, this is like a sort of close to that sort of story. But the weird thing is, right, Chinese people aren't that hairy as a nation. No, seriously, that's a well-known fact. They don't have that much body hair and stuff.
Okay.
So this little kid who was born over there, he was like covered in stuff.
Was he?
And it was only his nose that wasn't hairy. The rest of his body was caked in hair, right? And his hair sort of.
What sort of hair was it? Was it
thick hair?
No, what I mean is, was it sort of like a pony's mane? So he just looked like an Ewok. You know what I mean? Just like hanging down, sort of straight, dark hair.
In the picture, it looked like it grows from his eyebrow. It grows from his eyebrows quite thick, and then it just goes all the way over.
You
his
don't
head.
think it was just really long eyebrows that he'd done a comb over?
No, it was all over his body. It had a picture of like his back and that.
Yeah.
And
Had he styled it? Had he styled it at all? Did he have it a quiff or?
no, it was just
hanging everywhere.
all over him.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, this is a bit weird happening in China, where we're not normally that hairy.
That was the scientist speaking there.
And the local press and that were getting him down, calling him monkey boy and all this.
Oh.
And
Thinking Chinese press.
but the doctor,
Yeah. Oh.
They're cruel, aren't they? It's like those game shows. That's Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
and the doctor said,
I was talking through all that time while we were just like talking to each other then. Because I turned round and I still saw he was talking. Go
So
on.
anyway, the local press came there to see the hairy boy, the monkey
yeah,
boy.
and they were like being tight, taking the mickey out of him. And the doctor said,
Showing him nuts.
he's only hairy. Said he's a healthy young kid. The only faults he's got is he's got a little bit of eczema and a boil. And he said everybody should just treat him the same. And I think he grew up a healthy kid. Yeah, so that's the.
That's the end of the story.
That's not a story.
Why?
But I've got nothing. I don't know what to say to that. So someone in China was born slightly hairier than the rest, and he was normal apart from eczema and a boil. That to me isn't a story. But if it is, I've got a million. I mean, it's sort of like bloke from Manchester went a bit bolder than the rest, got a job on radio. He was normal. I mean, that's not a story, is it? Do you know what I mean?
All right then.
Hang on.
Hold on, he's got the big guns. You're not going to give us hanging bacon, are you?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Right.
Come
That's
on.
what we've been looking
Come
forward
on.
to. This is it.
No, this is a good one.
This is the one.
And this is a story, right? Do you know the saying, chewing the fat?
Good one. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Talking.
Right. Well, do you know where it came from?
No.
Right, what they used to do years ago, when people didn't have much money.
Is this the same as throwing the baby out of the bathwater?
No, it's not the same saying, but
No, but I mean, is it as wrong as that was?
Well, let me tell you, and we'll
Go
see.
on. Okay.
Like, people go out to work, and with the money, they'd buy food.
Oh yeah, go on. This is a good system. What? Go on. What do you mean? People go out to work and with the system.
And if you were quite well off, you might treat your family to some bacon, right? But do you know, like in these days, if people earn a lot of money, they might buy a nice suit or a car.
Yeah. So what are you saying? You're saying wait. Let me get this straight. You're saying that you go out to work and get money to buy things to live, and if you get sort of enough money to live and you've got some left over, you might treat yourself on like a suit or a car or something. Is that what you're...
Yeah.
Oh,
well, back then, if you earned money, they'd say,
This is olden times.
yeah,
Okay.
let's get some bacon in, right? And what they'd do, they'd hang it in the kitchen
Or to show it off.
to show it off to all the neighbours and friends. Because if you had hanging bacon, it was like, he's doing all right for himself.
Yeah.
Some lovely bacon.
So they had loads of bacon hanging up, and people would come round, right? And whilst they stood in the kitchen talking about whatever they're talking about,
In olden times.
they'd say, do you want a bit of rind? And they'd rip a little bit of rind off, and whilst they're having a chit-chat,
Chewing the
they'd
fat.
chew on the rind.
Well, I think that's probably true. I
it's
haven't
like-
heard that, but that one to me sounds true. Do you see the difference between that one and a man was abducted and grew a beard? Can you see the difference in
Yeah, but
why I
different-
accept that story?
Different stories for different things.
different stories for different things. So, see, that's a nice story. If it's true, I don't know if it's true. I mean, but it seems totally possible, viable, quite interesting. I won't be quoting that myself until I've verified it. But that's, I won't be telling anyone the bloke got in the car and he had a full-face beard. Why has his car been towed away?
Because it was a quiet road. It wasn't in the way.
Are you filling in the blanks again? That wasn't in the book, was it, that you read? See, that's the thing. Sometimes I think you make up bits of the story as though they were fact. That doesn't seem right.
Well, that's all you can do, innit? So that's educating Ricky. Will we
brilliant
do that next week?
That is brilliant.
No, I think that was good. I did. I mean, I enjoyed that. I learned something from that.
I mean, I want to get. I mean, this is all from one book, is it?
Yeah.
That's an interesting book.
With the, I don't want to dwell on it, but with the hairy Chinese kid, what did they say about that? What was the? I mean, was it once there was born a kid who was slightly more hairy than everyone else, but it's all right. He only had a boil. Oh, how did they word it? How did this capture your imagination?
It was a picture that grabbed me first of all.
Yeah. Sure.
And it was like, God, what's up with him? And that's when I read it.
Did you see the boil and the eczema or just the hair?
No, you see, because his face is like, just under his eyes is sort of nice and smooth, and his nose is sticking out, and that's not hairy. But the rest of him, it looked like he had the sort of a balaclava on or something. And then I read on, and it's like, this was a hairy kid in China.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, good. Anything else in there? Because, I mean, I like that.
We'll do more of that next week.
How is that alongside, hanging bacon, alien abduction, a hairy Chinese kid, and, a little interesting fact about the derivation of a phrase?
What do you mean?
He didn't understand a word of that. I knew the word derivation was going to cause problems. I thought derivation shouldn't have come out.
No, I wasn't disputing. He's all smug because he's had a phone call. That was Beck, lost cause. Go on, tell him why you're all smug.
Because Adrian just called up.
Yeah.
After hearing the story about the Chinese kid.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, that's true. He said that there was a TV programme on it.
Yeah.
He had a chromosome defect.
Yeah.
And it made him hairy. And his mum and dad used to have to shave him. That wasn't in the book. But thinking about it, that's not a good move anyway, is it? Because they say that for women. If you get a few hairs on your top lip, don't shave it because it'll grow back thicker and faster. So
they should just let him.
They should have just said, well, let's see how bad it gets. But if they went in there straight away if he came out as a baby and a little bit hairy, they should have left it for a little bit. But Adrian called up and said, yeah, he was hairy, he was all right.
We weren't disputing there was a Chinese kid born slightly hairier than the rest.
We were disputing the fact that you didn't actually tell us a story. You just told us a
And what we are disputing is that man was abducted by aliens for 3 days and grew a beard. Yeah. That's definitely not true.
No.
We don't know about chewing the fat, but it sounds quite viable. Yeah. You see, the difference is between me and Steve and you is that what we believe isn't random. Do you know what I mean? It's not random. The things
we don't believe stuff just because it's interesting.
It's not every other thing we believe and every other thing we don't.
I think Karl believes stuff if it's interesting.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
If he thinks, intriguing. Thanks.
All right then. So last week we started good sort of play on words that we had going.
Go on.
The well-known film Educating Rita.
Yeah. That's become, thanks to Karl Pilkington's brain, it's become...
I've tweaked it a bit and now it's Educating Ricky.
Brilliant.
Right? And that was a new feature we started last week, if you weren't listening, where I teach Ricky stuff.
What did you teach me?
Taught you about that little Chinese hairy kid.
Yeah, you didn't teach me anything. You said there was a kid that was born that was slightly hairy than other Chinese people.
Where the saying chewing the fat came from.
I enjoyed
that. Was good. That was interesting.
Good.
And a man who had a beard because he was being abducted for 3 days. Again, that was rubbish.
Lest we forget.
That taught me more about you than about alien abduction.
But what happened last week is...
Go on.
We sort of talked about it all in one go. And you can't...
Whereas this week you've done what? You've spread it out over the show.
Well, I've spread it across the 2 hours because I always found that if you try to be taught too much in one go, you just can't take it in and it'll be wasted.
Is that your experience of school?
Yeah.
They taught you in 3-minute bursts.
Yeah, and not every day.
Yeah.
Every other
When
month.
you felt like it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we're going to do. Right.
So we've got Educating Ricky coming up. That's
Educating Ricky across the 2 hours.
Okay,
and what I do is I've made little headlines again. and you decide which story you want to go
All of
for
them.
first.
Well, give me the first headline.
No, not yet. We'll do that in a
Well,
bit.
give me a teaser.
Hang on a minute, I'm telling you what else.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, because last night, right, I mean, this is part of educating Ricky in a way, but something I learned last night was that tarantulas only bite you if you annoy it.
Right.
They don't, do you know how people say, oh, if you're in a sleeping bag living in a jungle, a spider will get in there and it'll bite you? Apparently not. You've got to really annoy it. The thing that it really hates is having its leg sort of twisted.
It hates having his leg twisted. Right.
Yeah, but that's more for...
Is that what they said in the documentary?
No,
actually said it's
almost certainly not, Steve. Almost certainly
Were you watching
not.
a documentary?
No, I was reading it.
Oh, you're reading it.
And it was this guy...
Was it scrawled on the wall in like a public toilet?
No, I'll tell you more about that later.
Oh,
It's
right,
part
we'll
of
look
the thing.
Educating Ricky.
So, Carl, I know you've been thinking this through. What have you got?
So Educating Ricky, we did it last week. It's where I teach you some stuff, but rather than just teach you something, I tease you, so you want to know more, so you want to take in information, right? So
if only people had taught you like that, Carl.
And also, it's the name of a film, sort of, nearly.
Coming up soon, Henry VIII and his, well, how many wives? Come back tomorrow, Carl, to find out.
The little headlines have got to sort of tease you with the story.
Yeah, this is going to hurt me, and I'm not very well. Go on.
Right, we've got
so this is what. Sorry, I've just got lost for a minute there.
It's Educating Ricky.
This is Educating Ricky.
Yeah.
And these are the stories that these are the things you're going to tell him.
Yeah.
But these are just headline versions.
These are headlines.
This is not the actual fact.
Then I think people will remember things.
Okay, all right. So you sort of bullet points.
Who can forget hairy Chinese boy?
Indeed, I shall never forget that.
Yeah.
So first headline. Don't do that to it. You know it can't live without an head.
I've got no idea. It could be about the French Revolution. It could be about anything.
I know what it is.
No, you think you do. But,
No, it's something I taught you. Is it the fact that cockroaches can live for 9 days without a head?
That's part of it, but it's something different as well. That's what I thought we'd bring up.
Okay, brilliant. So that's something to
next one. You won't work it out. If only it was raining.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Go on.
And the last one. What's tomato with you?
What's tomato with you?
Yeah.
Look how pleased he is.
You're obsessed with puns, aren't you, at the moment, Kay?
It just works. I think it works.
Yeah. You love puns.
So, there you go.
So which of those are you going to choose, right?
Oh, well, I'm going to have to choose. Don't do that. You know it can't live without an head.
Can we play a tune and we'll come back with that?
I can
find out what that is. Wow, what a history lesson that's going to be.
Dandy Warhols and Bohemian Like You on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, what's the story then?
Right, so what did you say you're going for? You've got your 3 titles, your 3 teasers.
Well, I think I'm going to go for Don't Do That to It. You know it can't live without an head.
I'm looking forward to this.
Right.
So this is Educating Ricky, for those that have just tuned in.
Now, something that Ricky told me about when he was educating me was that a cockroach, if he cut its head off, it lives for a week.
Yeah.
Right?
And the only reason it dies is it can't take on water.
Sure. It doesn't have a great time in that week, though, does it? I mean, it doesn't get much done, I don't imagine.
It just needs water, and because it can't find any, like its eyes, it eventually dies. Yeah. Right? No. So what?
No, it's not. That's not. It's
anyway.
It can't drink.
Anyway.
So have you heard that one about worms?
Okay.
I have. Go on.
If you cut a worm in half, a lot of people have said in the past that it'll turn into 2 worms.
Right.
But that isn't actually true.
Okay. Who said that?
No, it used to be like,
kids at school
said it on, kids at school and stuff. So that, a lot of people think that.
Don't pick him up on stuff, Steve. It's bad enough.
Sure.
So, but what they can do, if you get a worm, right, and you find out which end its head's at.
Right.
If you you've got its head there at the left-hand side, right, and if you sort of cut it in half,
right,
but not in half, so there's more of its neck than the tail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The bit that you've cut off will sort of die, and the rest of the worm will get better. So in a way, you can cut it in half, and it'll survive, but only one half will survive.
Okay.
Yeah? What have you learned there?
I wish you hadn't chosen that one.
I know, because it's nothing, is it?
Yeah,
you know that joke, how would you tell a worm's head from its eye? You put it in a bowl of flour and wait till it farts.
Yes.
Right? I told my mate that, right? And he went, what if it coughs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there is a bit of truth in that myth of cutting one in half.
Where did you get this information? I don't understand where you get this information
That was from the Fortean Times. It was like the myth about worms.
Yeah.
That was the big article that week.
Did it take you as long to read that article as it took you to tell us just then?
I like the fact that it starts off debunking a myth that we hadn't heard of anyway.
Exactly.
You know the big thing about cutting a worm in half and making two worms? No. Yeah. What's the other one?
It's not the thing to do either, by the way. Don't go doing it.
No. It's not very nice.
But,
it's cruel.
But it can get by.
And it's pointless.
Yeah.
There's no scientific worth in that.
Well, there you go.
Okay then.
So the others now, you see what I do. No, I'll tell you the other titles. You're not having them yet. That's the whole idea of this. People will be driving or about to go out doing the shopping. They'll think about that now.
What was the other two?
Well, the other two.
They won't think about that. They've forgotten that.
No, they will.
No, they've forgotten that already.
If only it was raining and what's tomato with you.
Right,
I'm looking forward to that one.
No, you've got to tell them tomato with you.
Look what's happening. You see, you already want more education. And this is what listeners will be doing.
I tell you, I wish you were a teacher. I so wish you were a teacher.
Do you know what I mean? Kids would be saying, I know it's 3:30, but I don't want to go home, I want more.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing with you. I'm teaching you.
Why are you teaching me things about not to cut worms in half and what's tomato with you? Please tell me what's tomato with you, Carl.
In a bit.
Okay.
Educating Ricky, we got two left, don't we? I'm looking forward to
We've still got two more. We've still got, If Only It Was Raining, and what's tomato with you?
He says it. Coldplay, the scientist on XFM 104.9. Right, competition, isn't it?
No, it's Educating Ricky Part 2.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I wasn't even listening. He's doing all the work. I wasn't even listening. I want to spill some water down that. Right, what's this one again then?
Right.
What's the teaser headline?
Teaser headline is what's tomato with you?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Go on in.
How excited were you when you came up with that? You couldn't wait to come in and tell us, could you?
I think it's a good one because you won't forget it now, will you? I mean, like the worm one. What's so special about the worm?
A lot of people think that if you cut a worm in half, two worms will grow, but no. What happens is if you cut the head end slightly nearer the tail than the head, the tail will die, but the worm with the head will be okay. So, it's exploded a myth and it taught me something.
Right, so the second one, part 2 of Educating Ricky. What's tomato with you?
Yeah.
What this one's about is, ages ago.
It's scientific.
There's never a date. There's never a country, a location.
Okay, settle down, children. This is A-level history. Right.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. When a mental place with swords was a king, forget his name, but he was a loony. So, and it was literally ages ago. Yeah. So, good luck in the exam. Yeah.
Right. So, alright, many years ago.
Oh, yeah, cleared that up. Go on.
They thought tomatoes were poisonous. Right?
Okay.
Because what
hold on, are they going to be proved wrong at the end of this story?
Well,
because I don't want to give away the ending, but is it something to do with are they poisonous tomatoes?
No.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
I don't believe it.
Go
on. They could have been eating tomatoes all this time.
Oh, Steve, what's tomato with you anyway?
Okay, so hang on a minute.
Let's
just recap quickly. Many years ago, when people thought tomatoes were poisonous.
Yeah.
Go on,
Well, they didn't know they were poisonous then because they were still eating them. But what was happening?
But they're not poisonous.
But hang on a minute.
All right, and it's not. I'm just going to listen. I'm not even going to talk.
Okay, I'm not going to tackle it.
So, if you remember, years ago they didn't have like pottery plates. They had lead plates. Right?
What are you talking?
Just let him talk.
Sorry, what year is this?
Let him talk.
Come on.
Plates made out of lead, and what they'd end up doing, they'd say, right, do you want a tomato? And they'd go, yeah, all right. And they'd put the tomato on the lead plate and cut it. And because of the acid in the tomato, right, it would sort of make the lead runny, and the lead would go into the tomato, and they'd say, oh, it's lovely this, and they'd be eating it. They'd get food poisoning, lead poisoning, what have you, and they'd be really ill. So they thought tomatoes were poisonous, so they didn't eat them for many years.
And when you say they, do you mean the people of Narnia?
Yeah, this didn't happen.
Where was this happening?
Sort of in Britain and that.
You put him on the spot there. Oh, I hope there's no uppity pupils at this school when they go, what do you mean, sir? Oh, if you're going to... Oh, I'm fed up with you.
Do you understand?
No.
So the
No, you've got... No, right, okay, first of all, Carl, where'd you get this information from?
Where did
14
I get
times
that?
as well?
Do you know...
You can't remember?
I don't know where I got that from. I don't know where I got it from. But why don't you think that makes sense?
But what? Someone once got lead poisoning from a tomato?
Not just one, loads, and then all of a sudden... No.
Why is this educating me?
Because I'm telling you that tomatoes...
I can't take anything away from this.
Yeah,
I don't know what to take away from this. What have I learned? What have I learned? Don't mix lead with tomatoes. Why is this educational in any shape or form? What are you telling me? A long time ago in the land of Glunk, right, where the ninnies did slib, right, they thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate plates of lead. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we all know tomatoes aren't poisonous.
Is that what we're taking from the story?
Is that the moral of the story? Don't believe these people that I'd never heard of before. What are you talking about, Carl?
I think it's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
These the same people that were spreading those malicious worm rumours.
My hangover's coming back. I've got to get some water. Play a record that was rubbish.
I tell you something I do know.
Go on.
Right. But I can't really get a question out of it.
Go on, just tell us.
There's a shadow somewhere.
It's already good, isn't it?
I'm loving it already.
No, right. There's a shadow. I think it was in America.
Yeah.
And it's on a quiet road. I'm guessing somewhere like Boston. That's what I imagine.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Somewhere like Boston. And people at night used to see this shadow moving about. And they'd go, what's that? Right. And it got known, the town, the little local town got known for this shadow, but it didn't cause any problems.
What are you talking about?
Well, it was
Just
like,
you lost me.
What are you talking about?
do you know, like some places get famous, like Scotland's got the Loch Ness Monster and that, but it doesn't cause any.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cause any problems.
It doesn't exist. Go on.
Right. So there's this shadow walking about on the road.
What do you mean? No, what's he again? Rubbish.
Right. So he's walking
Nonsense.
about.
Where did you read this? Where did you see
Walking
this?
about. This was on the internet, and I'm sure.
Sorry. Sorry.
Right.
I thought it was shite. I didn't know it was on the internet.
Right. So this shadow is moving about, and
Independently of an object.
yeah, and the local mayor and that is like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not harming anyone.
The mayor involved.
Was he elected to that post?
Hey, Mayor, we got a problem down here. Seems like a shadow. Well, it's not causing any. No, it's just
causing any problems.
Yeah, go on.
But that's the thing. It was left for years, and then it did start causing problems.
I see, that's it. If you leave these shadows to go unchecked, Rick, they go crazy.
Yeah.
You let them run amok in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
You've got to stand
What
around
did it do?
on
What did it
roaming
do?
shadows.
What did the shadow do?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
It was what?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
Oh,
I'll find out more for that next week. Right, that'll tease
oh,
them.
you're a maniac.
We'll do more on that. We haven't had time for
Please
educating.
never have children.
Right, listen.
You are
Just promise me now you'll never have kids.
We haven't got time.
Okay,
now
listen.
for-
All right, DJ Shadow, have we got time for to give these tickets away?
Yeah, if they just call up, we'll.
No, I'll tell you what. I've got a question. Right?
Go on.
Where does Carl think this may have taken place? If you've been listening to the show, where do you think this evil shadow has been running amok? Let us know. The number, Carl?
08700 800 1234. So,
Excellent.
but that's it. We are actually out of time.
We are indeed.
Carl, I want you to tell Steve what you told me in the week. About the snake, about the anaconda, how to... Right, this is Carl's method. He's not scared of the anaconda, the 30-foot long, biggest, scariest snake.
No, you were
in
talking
the
about
world.
stuff, weren't you, about in jungles and that, and animals.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember reading about, say if you're in the jungle and you get tired and you go to sleep, right, and you sort of wake up and you feel something on your leg, and you look down and it's an anaconda, right?
Yes.
And it's swallowing your feet, because apparently they always go from the feet up. They never eat you from the head. So,
Okay. Shall I save these points to the end? Because
Make a list of the points.
Because they always eat head first, because the way the fur goes, where they have to take a capybara or even a rat, they take it from the head
But
first.
make a point.
Okay,
Make some notes
okay,
there.
so that's wrong.
We'll come back to
okay,
this
next,
later.
go on. So they always eat you from the feet. Go on.
So they swallow in your feet, and it's said on the website, if you wake up and you see this anaconda doing that, sort of eating away at your feet, don't panic.
Don't panic. I'm just writing this down. Don't panic. Well done. Okay, go on.
Don't try and kick it off.
Okay.
Just let it sort of swallow you. Mm-hmm. But only up to your knees.
Okay. Why not kick it off straight away? Because
I think it sort of gets a bit angry, it starts thrashing about, and it can swallow faster, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that bit.
Okay. Just put a question mark by that.
Okay,
there,
pop a question mark next
So,
to eat
so
knees.
yeah, so it's up,
eat knees. So eat it up to your knees.
It's up to your knees,
Yeah,
and then what you do is you get a knife
Yeah.
Okay.
and you cut.
And how do you get a knife? Do you walk over to the kitchen?
I was
or-
going to pop over, get knife. Where's that coming from? Get
Well,
the
you
knife.
always have a knife.
Always have a knife, of course you do. Otherwise you're a fool. Always have a knife, okay?
Well, come on.
Yeah.
If you're going to go into a jungle,
Always have a knife. Okay.
Always have a knife, yeah.
simple.
Could I just suggest something? You know, suppose you're wearing combat trousers, and the knife is actually in the trousers by the knee, the sort of pocket by the knee. What happens then? I suppose you could still reach in into the mouth, couldn't you? So anyway, you've got a knife. Let's say you've got a knife. Let's say you've fallen asleep. The anaconda's chewing your feet. You let it eat up to the knees. You've got a knife. What do you do then, Carl?
Right. So it's up to your knees, and what you do, you get your knife that you got out of your pocket earlier, and you cut it at the mouth, right? Do you know, like either side of the lips?
Right.
So you're sort of cutting it in half.
Right, like a Chelsea smile.
And it can't, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It can't do anything. It wasn't ready for that. It can't move about because it's got like your legs in its mouth.
Uh-huh.
And peel it off and walk away.
Okay. My main point really is this, Carl. Never will an anaconda or any constrictor, python, boa constrictor, just start eating a sleeping man. He will crush you to death first. That's why they're called constrictors. They're not called gobblers, are they? Or holy swallowers. They're called constrictors. Why would he start eating something? Is that how they take down antelope? Just start chewing their leg? Oh, it's gone off. I'll tell you what, lads. They get together. This next one, they said, I'll tell you what, we're losing a lot of prey by just living at their ankles. They're running away. Let's crush them to death first so they can't move. Then we can swallow them. You're a fool.
So anyway, right, so I was telling him this bit of information because we started a feature last week. Mm-hmm. Well, week before. So
Sorry, Carl, can we just go back to the crushing you to death first?
Yeah, but, well, I read it.
He's won there. He's beating you there, Rick.
Okay. Did it say what to do if it starts crushing you to death first?
do you know what
No. Did it say what to do? Supposing it had this meeting, and it started crushing you, and you woke up and it was actually round your chest. And every time you tried to take a breath and breathe out a little bit, it just tightened its grip because it can feel that. What'd you do then?
You sort of tighten yourself up anyway, because I've read about that.
Yeah.
If one does start wrapping it around you, you sort of make yourself into a ball, first of all, and it'll wrap around you, but it's alright because you're protecting your lungs, so it can't crush you, and then you just sort of shout for help. And you
shout out with this 30-foot snake. Do you know how it works? It gets as tight as it can. It can feel actually as tight as it can, right? With these huge muscles, right?
Yep.
Right? When you leave a bit of breath out, it tightens again.
You won't be that out of breath. You haven't been running anywhere, so you can just go.
What? And when do you get the new mouthful of oxygen?
Just breathe very slowly, like you do.
How? Do you know what breathing is? Do you know what breathing is? It's extending your rib cage, right, intercostal muscles between the ribs, contract like that, okay, making the rib cage expand, which pulls air in through. It's like a bellow. That you can't just breathe via the mind. It's a physical process. It's your rib cage pulling over.
Maybe I'm special, but I can do little breaths without my ribcage.
Play a record, Steve.
Yes,
Play a record.
No.
No. You can't take little breaths
Well, I
without
can.
moving your ribcage.
Can I just give you the titles, because we're running out of time, we've got a competition to do.
Okay, all right, let's just leave the anaconda
So forget
discussion.
that, because
Why don't you agree to disagree, and we'll see who survives if you crash land in the jungle.
Right, so...
What is this? What are you doing now?
This is Educating Ricky,
Oh,
right?
good. I'm going to look forward to this.
3 topics that I teach you every week.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I should just remind people, you normally summarise each of these in a kind of bullet point heading, which you tease us with. So what have you reduced them to this week?
Right, we've got Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Stocking, Aitken and Waterman. Good.
Yeah. What else have we got? We've also got, what else is it? It's not his vault. Yeah.
It's not what?
It's not his vault.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've also got Get a Lobe of This.
Get a lobe of this.
Yeah.
Carl, they're genius. Rick, are we choosing one of these after New Order?
Foo Fighters and All My Life on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Just before we do Educating Ricky, this is where Karl thinks he can give me something of interest and teach me something to take away. Last week I found out that somewhere in a strange land people thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate them with lead. Things like that. What was the other one you told me?
What else was it last week? Bit of worms. Cut me off.
Yeah. Oh, I sent him a text message. I was on the train, a bit bored, and I read in, I think it was Metro, scientists have found out that worms get stressed, and they found out that the fat ones didn't live as long. And when they checked the thin ones that lived longer, they found out they had a gene for de-stressing them. Right? Karl, do you remember what you said?
No.
He went, well, that's stupid, isn't it? He said, did these other ones die of natural causes? I went, yeah. He went, all right. Because it could be that the fat ones couldn't get off the pavement quick enough and got squashed. So maybe the scientists go, yeah, we didn't. Yeah, they come to think of it, they were flat as well as fat.
I think the reason that the worms are getting stressed is because people like Karl are cutting them in half to try and make 2 snakes.
Yeah.
Two worms.
Yeah.
That's the concern.
He said they can't even commit suicide if they're stressed by cutting their throat. I also sent what I thought was quite interesting, that the scientists have found that the elephant hasn't got the best memory. The sea lion has, based on they've got a sea lion and they got it back into the old laboratory 10 years after it taught it a simple trick, and it could still do the trick. What did you say to that, Karl?
I'd say they don't get up to much anyway, so if you do teach it something, it is going to remember it.
Sure.
Because it's got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And then it also, I mean, I like sea lions, they look nice and everything, but what do they do?
What was that? Sea lions?
Yeah, what are they here for? It's another jellyfish, as far as I'm concerned. It's like, it's there and people know about them, but what do they do?
Yeah. What do we do?
What do we do, Karl?
Well,
what do we do?
A cat, first, Steve said, is good for your heart. So
why is it all geared to what's good for us?
Well. Anyway.
Educating Ricky.
Good, we've settled that then. Go on.
The titles that are meant to sort of pull you in.
Yeah.
We've got, what was it? Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Yeah.
You've got It's Not His Vault. And Get a Lobe of This.
Get a load of this. So, which pun do I pick first? I think I'll go for Get a Lobe of This.
Get a Lobe of This.
Yeah, Get a Lobe of This, yeah.
Well, that's a story about a girl who she was deaf, right, for 4 years, and it happened quite a bit back this.
What year? Or was it?
I think it was
ages ago, was it?
About quite a bit back. She was deaf for about 4 years, having an argument with her mum, it said, which I didn't quite understand, because I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
But she was having an argument, and a man pushed her against the wall, and she banged her head, and her hearing came back.
Okay.
Was she wearing a Walkman, and it fell out? And she'd realised,
there's no explanation.
There's no explanation? Well, why is that teaching me something then?
So I knew you'd say this, right? So I thought, right, I'll stick something on it. Do you know that bees are deaf?
No, you can't just, no. If you ask someone something they don't know the answer to, they don't tell you something else. Just, I'll tell you something else then. I can't answer that, I'll tell you something else. Imagine that, if you asked a teacher. Look, How do birds fly? Wow, if you're going to do that, tallest building is. I mean, what?
Well,
That was the equivalent, Carl, of running away when we asked you a question.
Yeah, the intellectual equivalent. Look over there, there's a monster.
Yeah.
Listen, what do you mean? What she? Okay, so
So her
there's
hearing
no
came back.
explanation. There's no explanation, or you don't know.
well, there isn't one, is there, really? It's a bit
What?
weird.
Did
the only
did
thing
the doctors not look into it?
No, I think they just said, oh, that's good.
So again, I don't. Where did this information go? Is that if you read this on
Is
the
that
net? Is
it?
that all they put on
There
the
was
net?
once a deaf woman who hit her head and she
And her
could hear.
hearing came back.
It was bizarre things about being deaf.
Was there
And-
three
Yeah.
was there
I've got that book. Yeah, it's a good book. That
was there three
Yeah.
more pages you just couldn't be bothered to read on?
Yeah.
No, it was just a little bit. And it
Was there a
said-
little picture, a cartoon picture?
No pictures, I just
We
read
going,
it.
ow,
Look,
ow,
if
I
you don't
can
want to
hear.
know, if you don't want to learn, you know.
Yeah. Okay. It's not his fault. Let me have it's not his fault. You got to save this. This has got to teach me something. It'll be an interesting story.
Right, it's not his vault. This fella,
Yeah. What year? Ages ago?
Olden times?
I'd say in the 70s.
Okay.
Would you? Any evidence for that?
And,
Does he wear flares in the story?
right,
Is that
this-
your reason?
no, it's a bit like Yuri Geller, this fella, right? Where he's electric.
He's electric.
And if he walks past the telly would fizz. If he walked past the radio, it all goes like that.
Ooh.
His hair stuck up all the time. And he'd be having a bath and everything would be all right. And then the power would sort of switch on in his body. And the electric in his body made him jump out of the bath. So...
What do you mean so? What is that so? What does that so mean? You've given us nothing. You've given us nothing.
You'd have to at least give us the scientific explanation.
Yeah.
Electric eels have 400 volts in them.
Oh, is this the running away again?
What was that one called?
Yeah, but
It's not his vault.
But there's a reason not his fault. It's not his fault. I thought it was going to be something about keeping it safe.
I think we should do these the other way round. I
It's
think you
not
should
his
tell us
fault.
the story and then we'll hear the pun.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right, let's leave it.
Play a tune.
Forget it.
Educating Ricky.
Doing it. We're not doing it.
No, we are. What? Don't look at me like that.
Oh, Carl, you're in a bad mood.
The coral,
I'm all right.
dreaming of you. Right, do the last one. Do the last one. Carl's saying we're never doing this again because we don't appreciate it. Yeah, Carl, you don't know how good this feature is, mate.
Right, last one.
Yeah.
Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Go on then, tell me about that one. What's that? What am I going to learn from this?
Right, well, do you know the saying, pot a sock in it?
I like it already.
Do you know the saying?
Yeah.
Right, well, do you know where it comes from?
I assume it's shut up, so I'll stuff your mouth with a sock to shut you up.
Years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, am I right?
No, not really. Ages ago.
1970s?
50s,
Okay.
I'd say. Do you know the old...
I'd say.
do you know the old gramophone?
Yeah.
With the big horn on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, well, those stereos didn't have a volume control on them. Right? So they'd be listening
Oh,
to
so you
the
put a
album,
sock in the...
and
mute.
you'd put something like a sock.
That's a real one, you see. That's taught me something. That's good. That's excellent, Carl. That is the only one that counts, like chewing the fat, if they're true. I'm assuming they are. It works. It's of interest. I haven't got it verified yet, but that is educating Ricky. That's brilliant. I will say the other two were more entertaining. So, you know,
Do you understand the distinction, though, between that one and Electrical Man?
and, or I've hit my head, I can hear you, Mum.
Yeah. Can you see the difference, though? Or are all
Not
three...
really, because when I read all three, I took something away from all of them.
What did you take away from the Electrical Man?
I just thought, imagine that. Imagine how annoying that would be.
But that's not education, is
And it's
it?
not taking anything
No, but
away.
Think about it, right? We take our lives for granted all the time, don't you? You get up in the morning, it's like, oh, I'll get up and walk for a shower. Some people can't walk, right?
Yeah.
This guy, he can't even have you know what I mean? It's nice to have a bath, isn't it, when you got time on your hands and you can relax. This guy can't even do that. He might be alright for a bit, but he's not really enjoying it because at any moment it could strike.
Yeah.
So he can't even do that. He can't comb his hair because it keeps going a mess.
Yeah.
He can't watch his
Nor can
favourite...
you.
No, he can't.
Does he fight crime? What does he do with his powers?
I think he just has to sit around because he can't work with machinery.
Right.
Because he'll probably blow a fuse.
Yeah, so he just sits around.
Think about it, what can he do? What normal things can he do?
Skateboarding.
Going for long walks.
Yeah.
Put a wetsuit on.
Well, he couldn't do that.
Why?
Phew, water and electric.
No, wetsuits aren't actually wet. They're dry initially.
Just put a whole wetsuit on and walk round with flippers and
A
rub the
wetsuit's
sole.
not like a dinner jacket that's like really wet.
Well, all I'm saying is think. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And what was the other one
the
again?
girl deaf, 4 years hits her head.
Yeah. That's just.
What have you learned from that?
What is that?
Well, imagine how happy you'd be. Remember that time when I nearly died when I choked on a Mr. Freeze pop? Right?
No, tell us that one again.
No, I told you, didn't I?
Tell us again.
Yeah, but the people will remember it, and then it's.
They weren't listening. Go on. What happened?
It was ages ago when my mum and dad used to go out shopping on a Friday.
1970s?
Get the food in. get a week's load of food in the cupboard and that, and we'd, they'd come in with all the food, and we'd all be like, oh God, there's no food left on a Thursday really, so we'd all be hungry on the Friday by the time the food got in.
I love that.
And
That they wouldn't eat it. I imagine him like jackal puppies.
Yeah.
Just like licking your parents' mouth for food as they come through the door.
So they come in from the supermarket, they're emptying the box. Our kid had got some biscuits and what have you.
Frenzy, just a feeding frenzy, like pigeons.
I grabbed the Mr. Freeze pop and knocked it back really quick, but it wasn't frozen, so I knocked it back so it was like a liquid, and it went down the wrong way, right, and I was choking, right, and I nearly died. It must have been about, how long can you go before you die?
A couple of minutes to do
Right,
it.
I reckon about a minute 50. Right, I was really close to dying.
How do you know you were close to dying? Did your life flash before you?
No, but I just was like...
There's loads of instances of him eating pops.
Yeah, exactly.
I just was dead.
40 of those.
Whatever, right? Anyway.
What do you think you'd see if your life flashed past you? What do you think, which elements would stand out for you, do you think?
Start now, go back. What do you remember? What's the first thing you remember?
As a kid?
Yeah, just anything now.
Being in the hall and having our dog licking my face.
That's your earliest memory?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Right, next one's probably being at primary school with Lindsay.
Yeah.
Was that your girlfriend?
Well, a little friend who was a girl.
Sure.
And we used to have like tins with letters in, and you'd have to write stuff. But anyway, what were we doing?
I got confused.
Right, so anyway...
I'm intrigued by the dog that was licking your face.
Well, bin that.
Can we work with that?
No, it's a great feature. I just think you need to be a little bit more careful about what you consider to be education.
Gone, funny. I fell over.
All right, well,
We'll work on it next week. Play a tune, and what have you got for us? Because we've got a big competition.
We've got to do the competition. We've only got 25
Yeah, well, come on
minutes.
then,
Don't worry
quick
about
then.
it, Carl.
Do
Play a
something,
tune.
play
We'll
a
come back with
tune.
Rockbusters.
What are we
do you wanna
playing?
Let's play a bit of Tupac.
Oh, that's what I'm coming out to, isn't it? The fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine it.
Whack it up, whack it up. Right, okay, let's get this show well and truly on the road. We better start educating Ricky next. Carl, what have you got for me? I can't wait for learning. I need learning. I need education.
We should just
Teach me
explain,
something.
obviously, for those that have just tuned in, Carl tries to teach Ricky 3 things each week.
Based on the pun title.
And yeah, each of them, just to tantalise Ricky, is abbreviated into some kind of headline.
A cryptic clue involving a pun.
So what have you got for us this week?
They are really cryptic this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
First story, little headline, is don't worry about him, he can handle it.
He can handle it.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit like he can handle it, but it's not. Brilliant.
Second one.
Get a lobe of
I'm
Get a lobe of this.
Some classics. Who can forget? Get a lobe of this.
Coming soon.
And stocking 8 Kiln Waterman. Go on.
Second one.
Yeah.
I'm committed to this treatment.
I'm committed to this treatment.
Yeah.
All right, tantalising.
Yeah. And the last one, the police are causing a bit of a stare.
The way he looks when he says it. I wish we could see. Can't we get Carl on telly?
There's got to be a way.
We cannot. With all the cable channels, anyone can get on telly these days. Let's phone up. Let's get you on Choice or something. Just Carl.
What are you going for?
Oh, he can handle it, I think.
Don't worry about him. He can handle it.
He can handle it.
Sorry,
Okay,
yeah.
let's hear this one.
Right, are you familiar with the phrase "burning the candle at both ends"?
Yeah.
Do you know how it's come about?
I know a man who does.
I assumed that it was to get more light in the room.
How would that work?
Well, they'd put it sideways and light both wicks, so out of one candle they could get two. No, go on.
No, what it is...
It means you're doing too much, you're staying up too much,
Right.
you're not getting enough sleep, and you're...
Well, years ago,
Yeah.
when they didn't have light bulbs and that.
Oh yeah, what year is this? Literally ages ago, specifically.
Yeah, quite a bit back.
Okay.
Didn't have light bulbs and that, so they used to have candles.
When did the light bulb come in? Because I can't remember at the moment.
Don't know.
Okay, go on.
So, so they've got a light bulb.
You're not, you wouldn't know. You're a doctor. You're not a historian. Go on.
And people who worked a lot of hours. Yeah.
How many? Literally lots.
They get up early in the morning because they have to be up early.
Yeah.
And it's dark outside, so they'd light the candle.
Sure.
And they'd wear it out a bit. And then they'd be getting in late as well.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, it's dark, I'll have to light the candle again. And they're burning candle at both ends of the day. So that's where the saying comes from, burning the candle at both ends. So.
All right.
That's a little lesson.
Yeah.
Lesson one.
Okay. Can I have...
No, you can't have
You can't rush into them, Rick. You've got to...
I've got to soak in that.
You've got to soak that one in. Any questions for Karl off the back of that?
What do you think?
So people were... I mean, basically where this comes from is people would...
Literally burning the candle at both ends of the day.
Sure.
There you go. So we've still got...
Go on.
I'm committed to this treatment. And
I can't wait. This is like Christmas
Rick,
Eve
I
for
should
me.
just say-
It's like Christmas. I've got to open another present now.
No, I'm afraid we've got to save it. Rick, raw.
Nirvana.
Amazing.
We were just talking. We were getting excited about that.
Yeah,
aren't we?
got an incredible
Brilliant.
voice he has.
And Grohl drumming it's brilliant. You know, you're right. The new one from Nirvana. Well, it's time for Educating Ricky Part 2, isn't it? I'm excited, Karl. I'm going to learn so much from this. What's the choices again? What
Right, you've got left.
Still keep phoning your answers to
Email.
Email. Sorry, yeah.
The answers to Rockbusters.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Educating Ricky Part 2.
Right. I'm committed to this treatment.
Yeah.
Is one.
I've got to go for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the other one is the police are causing a bit of a stir.
He still says it like it's the best thing he's ever come up with, which in a way is.
It could be. Right. Go on then. I'm committed to this treatment.
Right. Do you know the saying?
Is it just sayings now? Are they all sayings? This
No,
week?
no, they're not.
Okay.
No, the other one isn't. Frog in your throat.
The saying "there's a frog in your throat."
Yeah.
I assume it's when you croak a little bit. You sound like a frog.
No. Right. Might seem a bit weird, this one. Right. But years ago.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Well, what is that clue? Committed to this treatment.
It's about frogs committed.
Probably works better with a K and an ER written down.
Well, also, if you pronounced it "committed,"
yeah,
but not committed.
Committed to this treatment. Right, go on then.
That's genius.
So yeah.
Well, what?
You go to the doctors and you go with throat hurting a bit.
Right.
And what they did ages ago.
Ages ago. What year was this approximately?
We are going back quite a bit with this one.
Oh, okay. Go on.
And the doctor would say.
Did history. Imagine years ago. Go on.
And the doctor would say, right, keep your mouth open and you need to look at your tonsils. And the jaw would ache a bit because they weren't as quick back then because they didn't have the technology and stuff, and they'd have to stare at it and study it and stuff. And they get an achy jaw, right?
Keeping their mouth open.
Yeah, you get, you get a Mars bar or whatever. So they'd sat there and they used to always close their mouth, and it used to annoy the doctor. Right? Oh. So what they did, they used to get a toad,
right,
and put it in the mouth.
Rubbish.
Okay, keep talking. Keep talking.
And that way they couldn't close the mouth because either they'd squash it,
right,
or apparently you're not allowed to lick a toad's back.
So the doctor would have them for breaking the law?
No, but it's poisonous, right? A toad's back. You should never lick a toad's back.
Or put it in your mouth, really.
Oh, just stop for a second.
Wait. What?
Can I just ask one question?
Go on,
ask one question.
I've got a few, but
no,
go on.
Sure. My initial thought is, it sounds like a brilliant bit of sort of medical knowledge there. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
My only thought is, how does the doctor see past the toad?
Yeah.
Your tonsils?
What's he actually looking at with the mouth open? Surely the toad is in the way.
Hopping around in the way?
It didn't say.
Sorry, and my first question is, was this on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Karl, that is bollocks. That is, I mean...
well, alright then. Let's turn this round. Where does the saying, you got a frog in your throat come from?
Probably because you sound a bit croaky. Probably that. Probably because you sound a little bit like a frog when you've got a sore throat.
Karl, did you not question it just for a moment when you read it? just for a second, didn't you think that seems an odd approach? Firstly, why a frog of all the different
Because
species?
it's poisonous. A toad.
So it's a toad as well.
Yeah, well, it worked. I'm committed. Worked.
No,
my point is it's frog in the throat.
I was going to change it to, have you heard the news Toad Day? But I went with the frog.
Oh God!
Right, so
that's
think
rubbish.
about it.
So that's rubbish. Next, can I have?
Let's play a tune. Let's come up with the
God.
last one. Can I just say? No, just play it. Just play it.
Yeah.
Yo, Carl.
I have to thank my mate Dave, who sent me an incredible 4-disc compilation. That was one of the tunes on there.
It looks professional. It's amazing.
It's incredible.
The
Yeah.
effort
Oh,
is
he's gone to too much
commendable.
effort. Ben Queller. It's a track called "In Other Words" from his album Shah Shah.
Open wide. Oh dear, that's interesting. Oh, here, doctor. Look, you've actually got a frog in your throat. I didn't get there. I put it in there. That's the most ludicrous story I've ever heard, Carl. Why don't you think when you read these things?
I think there's always going to be a bit of truth in all of these. I mean, that fella called up, didn't he, and said, I'm not sure about the, putting a frog in your throat if you've got, problems with your tonsils or whatever. But he said years ago, if someone had toothache, they'd get hold of a frog and strap it to the face.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe down the line, maybe they did. Maybe they did.
I think Caligula made his emperor a horse and emperor as well. But I mean,
well, what about the frog thing with a poisonous back?
It's rubbish.
That's true. No, the toads have the secretions in the
Why?
But they didn't put it in people's mouths.
No. So, well, I'll tell you why. When a badger or a heron tastes the toad, it's horrible. Ugh. The toad might die, but it's for the good of the species, because then think how many toads looking like that heron could eat in its lifetime. So the fact that one toad sacrificed itself, all those other toads in that heron's manner will be safe.
Why? I mean, we've talked about animals a lot on the show, right? Yeah. And when God made a toad,
right? Okay. Well, I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there straight away.
Don't just let him carry on.
Right.
Okay.
Like, there's annoying things out there. Jellyfish is a big problem with me. I don't understand what they do in the sea and stuff.
Right.
All right, but we'll leave them.
Got
right?
we won't, but go on.
We won't talk about jellyfish.
No.
With the toad, right? If it's to protect itself.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
it's not to protect itself, it's to protect its species.
No, yeah, but that surely, right? If the toad had a choice, if God said, right, what I'm going to do for you here, you can have something like a lobster's got claws, big claws to have a fight. Or I can give you something that if someone's having a go at you, you've got to try and persuade them to lick you back as a defence.
Yeah.
What use is, right?
Oh, God, sir.
Well, I'll tell you why.
What is God
The
up
fact
to?
that there are still toads around is a testament to that defence working. That's all I'm going to say, okay? If the toad had died out, you'd have a point. But they're still around. It works, alright?
And don't start slagging God off. He's got a lot on his plate. Basically, I think he took on too much.
Particularly in 1 week.
Exactly, it was crazy.
Danger High Voltage, Electric 6, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant. Carl's getting all flustered because I put an elastic band around his head. And we've had a definition of...
Well, hang on a second, because there's an update to that, Rick.
Go on.
We did just have one definition here of a frog in the throat. Apparently this has come from some internet site, so who knows how convincing it is. But it says frog in the throat, meaning suffering from temporary hoarseness, needing to clear the throat. Origin from the Old English frogger, meaning hoarseness. That's from Chris. Now that sounds slightly suspect to me.
Why?
But frogger? I mean, it seems odd that it would derive from that when it so clearly appears to be you sound like a frog when you have a sore throat.
Yeah, but the word frog could come from frogger, because it sounds like it's croaking.
Wasn't Frogger a game you could play on the on the Spectrum? But listen, hang on, there's an update to that, because just to
common frog, of course, Rana temporara, that's the Latin name. Well, your toad is Buffo.
You may be trying to show off, but I think you're about to embarrass yourself as well, because you've been slagging off young Karl.
Yeah.
It says here, another email, it doesn't tell us who it's from. Although it's hard to believe now, at one time, medieval physicians believed that the secretions of a frog could cure a cough if they were coated on the throat of the patient. Yeah. That in itself sounds repulsive, but what makes the idea even worse is the application of the secretions. Instead of painting the treatment on, something which may also seem rational, a live frog was placed into the mouth of the sufferer, where it remained until the physician decided that the treatment was complete.
Right.
Apparently Shakespeare's son-in-law, that's a question mark, I don't know what that means. Anyway, it's no wonder that today a froggy or croaky attempt at speech is said to be a frog in your throat. So, you can see that what's happened there is Karl's misread or been slightly misinformed about a medieval practice. In a sense, you're both winners, just for taking part. What's your final one, Karl?
Right, the final story is the police are causing a bit of a stir.
I can't wait.
It's about this fella. I think it's in England somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't know when it happened, but
Literally ages ago, or?
basically, well, I think it's when they were trying to crack down on like drunken people walking about in the street.
Oh, yeah.
And they found this fella.
Saturday, that one.
And found this fella, and all the local people were saying, "Oh, look at him wandering around. He's drunk and what have you." That's not right. Get the police in. He got arrested and that, and they got him in the court. And the judge was there, and he says, "So you know, what's all this? What's going on? What are you doing wandering about when you've had a drink? You know the rules. You shouldn't be doing that. You had a glazed expression on your face. Blah blah blah. What do you have to say for yourself?" He only had a glass eye.
So he had 2 glass eyes?
No, he had 1. But that was they were about to sort of lock him up.
Was he a bit pissed up as well?
Well, he was pretty livid.
Or was he also drunk with a glass eye?
No, that's the weird thing. He wasn't even. He hadn't even had a drink.
So they just thought because he had a weird stare.
Because his eyes were all glazed.
Yeah. Where'd you get this from? Why are you telling me this? Yeah, but why are you telling me this? I mean, thank you, because it's, killed a couple of minutes, but why is this educating me? What are you telling me here?
Because there's a bit of a thing there, a bit of a fable, that don't always judge a book by its cover. Yeah? So, the guy, he hadn't even had a drink. He'd probably just been shopping.
Yeah.
Walking down the street, and everyone's like getting involved. Like, what's he doing?
Hang on, I don't understand. He's walking down the street, happens to have a glass eye. He was doing nothing else to suggest he was drunk. You don't pick people up just because their eye looks slightly off.
But even if it happened, why are you telling me? With no particular detail. I know this, that we're going to get
It's not enough information.
I know, yeah.
No, there's a bit of a lesson there, educating Ricky. Just watch what you say. Don't always jump to conclusions.
The only education I can take from that is that if I ever do become a policeman, I shouldn't just arrest people because they look a bit drunk. I should just tap their eye with a pen. And goes, oh, okay, on you go.
Well,
on you go, yeah.
Guys, can I just stop you there? I'm just going to email Richard Anderson and tell him I agree.
Right, listen, we're running out of time and that.
Where does the phrase frog in the throat come from?
We've got it here. He's been told.
Well,
We'll play a tune and come back with that. Have we got anything lined up?